Black coffee, I'm in trouble. Black coffee, I see trouble. Man, I'm not gonna get home. Black coffee, I'm so dizzy. Black coffee, please get busy. Oh, now make you get home. Black coffee, I'm in trouble. I'm so dizzy. Please get busy. Man, I'm not gonna get home. Black coffee, I'm in trouble. I'm so dizzy.
Hello and welcome inside Leominster TV Studio A. This is 20 games for 20 years. I'm Todd Robbins. The 2018 season represents the 20th year of Leominster High School athletics being broadcast consistently to a television audience, initially through Cablevision Channel 36, which was transmitted from the Media Center at Leominster High, beginning with the football season in 1999. Channel 36 would eventually join Channel 29 and a host of other numerals in what has since 2001 been known as Leominster Access Television, or today's Leominster TV. Much like I myself have aged since first taking the play-by-play mic as a 14-year-old freshman in 1999, so too has the personnel, technology, and even the branding of our broadcast coverage. From LHS TV 36 to BDSN, the Blue Devil Sports Network, or Blue Devil Sports Night, to LATV's Action Sports, to LHS Football on Leominster TV. No matter what we've called it, our mission has been the same. Serve our community by bringing top quality coverage of Leominster High School athletics into viewers' homes, especially those populations that so desperately want to take part and for one reason or another cannot make it to the game. Perhaps it's to celebrate with the players, parents, coaches, fans, and boosters of the blue and white, so they can relive it all throughout their careers and now for so many in the years that have followed, as their kids, grandkids, and great-grandchildren become part of the tapestry that is this community's historic athletic tradition. They can use this coverage to weave their and our shared history together. Over the next 20 episodes, we will celebrate our 20 seasons of television coverage by breathing new life into the games that live in our archives, beginning as it did 20 years ago with LHS football. As through the magic of digital technology, we bring you 20 games for 20 years. It is in that spirit that we bring you this game from Doyle Field in the year 2009. Labeled with the brand of LATV's Action Sports, shot direct to DVD and preserved in our archive, remastered by our archivist Jack Selly, we bring you this game with the original play-by-play call of Ed Cataldo, in-game analysis provided by Larry Bizzotto. 20 Games for 20 Years presents this matchup from 2009. The Blue Devils against the Napoleons of Holy Name Central Catholic Junior Senior High School.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Doyle Field.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Friday Night Football, LATV Action Sports. I'm Ed Cataldo, along with my partner, Mr. Larry Bizzotto. Good evening, Larry.
Good evening, Ed. It's a great night for football.
It sure is. We're here at Doyle Field for our first home game, and there we are. And the Blue Devils are taking on the Holy Name Naps. Larry, anything on Holy Name, their record?
Well, I believe they are 0-2 or 1-1.
1-1, I believe.
1-1, that's right. They beat Worcester South, and lost to St. John's.
Right, that was what they did do. I thought they had North Middlesex tonight, but I was wrong. I looked at the schedule wrong, but that's why we're in red. But no, actually we're in red because of one of our sponsors tonight, well, for the whole season is going to be Sal's Pizza. And if you want a good pizza, go see Sal's Pizza.
Not to turn my back on the camera, but
A beautiful slice right there, isn't it?
Kind of makes me hungry every time I turn around.
And hopefully Sal will be here during halftime. We'd like to, Leominster Action Television and the entire Action Sports production team would like to thank LTV Action Sports and our sponsors for tonight, which is The Learning Curve, the Carroll's Insurance Agency, MP Crowley Company Incorporated, Garapi Furniture Corporation, the Il Camino, which I got chastised for because I was putting a Spanish flair on it last week, calling it the El Camino, but it's the Il Camino restaurant, best chicken piccata in town, Ken's Classic Cab, the Academy for Little People, and we have a little person out here playing for Holy Name tonight, which we'll talk about. Sal's Pizza, of course, is our sponsor, and, of course, Ferguson Landscaping. So those are our sponsors for tonight, and we'd like to thank them and appreciate it. Without their sponsorship, we wouldn't be on the air, and that would be boring.
I just wouldn't be the same.
Larry, how about Leominster for tonight? What are they looking at?
Well, Leominster come off a win last week. I believe it was 21-16. They have some improvement to do. Even though they won, I thought they had a tough game. I mean, there was quite a few mistakes, holding, blocking in the back, penalties, fumbles, and the kickoff return is, I think, the area, not the kickoff return, but the kickoff team. They had 3 or 4 kicks that came back to the 40, 50-yard line, and one of them was returned for a touchdown. So they got to really step that up and keep Holy Name out of the end zone because they got a speedy guy in the back, right?
They do, yes. Yeah. We're going to talk about him later on because he can move and he can get up and down the field real quick. I talked to the Holy Name coaches before the game, and they were talking, the team is a small team in numbers. They don't have a lot of size, but they have 3 freshmen starting on defense. And they feel if they can wind up stopping Leominster on defense, the offense, they're not too worried about the Leominster offense, as the coaches told me early tonight. But Leominster has a good offense. They've got some great running backs, a great quarterback. They can go up and down the field as long as the penalties don't hurt them. And last week I think they had about 14 or 13 penalties that really brought the ball back on.
Right, and I think, in fact, we would have seen a score much higher last week if, in fact, they played more of a cleaner game and cut down on the penalties. So I think we're going to see a big difference tonight for LHS where they'll keep the penalties down. They'll score. I would say they're going to score at least 3, maybe 4 touchdowns.
Did you talk to the coaches anything? No, I heard before the game that DeMar is injured and he might not be playing anymore.
Right, yeah. He's a big guy. I think he's 6'2", or 280 pounds, somewhere in that range, and one of their strongest offensive linemen. So that's going to be a tough loss. They do have people coming in that can step it up. And that's going to be a challenge for them.
It is, yeah. It should be interesting tonight. I think, the Blue Devils look on paper, they should have a good game tonight. I don't want to jinx them and say they should have a big win, but on paper it looks like they have a superior team with the athletes that they have. But it's always something different that happens. You never can tell with a game. It is a perfect night for football. And nice and crisp, no rain. The field is nice and dry. It's in pretty good shape, and we'll be ready to go. One thing we're going to do tonight is at halftime, as you look at the band now, we're going to sponsor. We're not going to sponsor. We're actually going to. What's the word I'm looking for, Larry? Highlight. We're going to highlight 2 band members each week as we go into the season. And tonight's band members that we're going to highlight is Lindsay Lamash, and we're also going to highlight Michael Harris. So once the band gets out there for halftime, keep an eye on it. Don't shut it off and go away. First of all, the band is good to watch, but we're going to highlight them. We're going to give you some information on these 2 people, and very interesting what they're doing with the band and where they're going and what they're going to do in the future. So we'll bring that out. But the teams are out on the field. The band is there. We're going to get ready for our national anthem, I think, in a minute. Well, I think they're going to have the captains first, which is normally what they'll do. And they'll have a coin toss at midfield. And hopefully the Blue Devils can grab a hold of that ball and move it up and down the field quickly on the first opening kickoff and see what happens with it at that point. Captains for tonight for the Blue Devils. And we're kind of short on counter space. Our production team is sitting in front of us and with all the cameras. And so if we have to shuffle some papers around, it's not our fault.
By the way, the production team had a heck of a game last week, didn't they, with the replays and the different angles on the game. I mean, that was really good. It's a really good camera work.
Sure is. And speaking of our production team, tonight we have Sean on replay, who did it last week for us, did a great job on that. We have Ben, who is our assistant producer. And our producer, of course, is Andre Korskeni, who comes over and sets everything up, gets everything going. And also tonight, we have one of our favorite cameraman back. Mr. Mark Lavasser is here tonight running camera. He's going to have the game camera. So anything that goes wrong with the general game is Mark's fault, and we'll take it from there. Mark usually, you can't hear us tonight, but normally we give him a microphone and we let him call some of the plays. And Mark's favorite play is quarterback sneak. So we'll see what happens. And I know once he sees that happen, he'll be turning around. Captains are out at midfield talking things over with the officials. Larry, we had interesting calls with officials last week down in Worcester. Thought that was pretty interesting.
It was, and I hold nothing back when I say it because it appeared obvious. If you look at the lopsided call on penalties, being in Worcester is a tough place to play with Worcester officials because they tend to have more penalties on the team from Leominster. And for that matter, I've seen it happen with Fitchburg.
Right, exactly. Yeah, you just never can tell. You know, it depends on what they have for a night and so on and so forth.
We won't see that tonight.
No, we won't. Not here in Leominster because we'll come unglued up in the booth and head down there. We are going to have a feast here at halftime. The Sal's Pizza is already told us that they're going to send over some pizzas, so you'll get a look at Sal's Pizzas, but they got to look quick because it's going to disappear fast up here in the booth. We have more people coming up to the booth saying, you got pizza or you got Il Camino coming tonight, so we'll see what happens. We're going to pause for a moment for our national anthem.
National anthem.
Anthem, well done as always by the Leominster Blue Devil Marching Band. And like I said, we're going to feature two of their marching band members tonight, and each week we're going to pick a couple and just give you a little background for them. They are out working and working hard. I live up by the high school, and every night I go by, and when football season comes along and double sessions are running, this band is out there in the heat during the day, practicing hour after hour after hour, and they're under the direction of Mr. Barry Hudson, who graciously allowed me to talk with some of the band members today, and we actually marked a couple of them on their hats. So if you look closely when we're watching them, you'll see maybe a black stripe on the top of the hat. Those are the ones that we're going to feature. We are on the back side of the field, so it's hard for us to get the faces to them, but we'll tell you enough information about them. We'll give you some nice pictures of them. They do work hard. Blue Devils won the toss. They will be receiving, going from left to right on your television screen. And if you're on the radio, it's going from left to right as well.
The crowd is filling in nicely here. First home game of the season. A lot of anticipation, I'm sure, and it's a beautiful night for football. Where else would you rather be right now?
Doesn't get any better than this. Friday night football at Doyle Field. We're going to move up just a little bit so we can get you some information on the right players. Deep back for the Blue Devils is number 6, Jared Wilborn, and number 25 for the Blue Devils is Nicholas Wilford. So those are the deep men for the Blue Devils, and the Holy Name is going to move themselves forward. And you never know with Holy Name. They could be coming up with onside kicks or anything else, because they have a small team and they want to try to keep the ball out of the offensive hands of the Blue Devils. Left-footed kick, it kicks it to the left side. Taken down around the 20-yard line. Going left side, moving. He's got one blocker up front. Nice hit, bounces off 2 more. He's still moving forward. And he finally knocked it down just about the 28, 29-yard line. They're going to mark it down. 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils. Running the ball was Nicholas Wilford, and a nice little return of about 10 yards. 1st and 10 Blue Devils.
Some good blocking by the Devils on that return, and Holy Name had good pursuit, good coverage. We start with good field position at the, Well, 30-yard line, yeah.
Oh, it's just about the ball sitting on the just about the 29-yard line. 1st and 10 Blue Devils. Beautiful night at Doyle Field. Like you said, Larry, the fans are filling in. They're ready to go. Quarterbacking for the Blue Devils is number 2, Curtis Ludd. Behind him, number 6 is Jared Wilborn. They have triples left side with motion. Quick pitch to the outside. Trying to turn the corner. They were trying to get out in a hurry. That was number Jared Wilborn, who was the motion man, and they set him out left side. They're going to gain about 2 yards on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 8. I know the coach from Holy Name was telling me earlier tonight that they do have freshmen on both ends. Number 15 for the Holy Name Naps, which you can see is right there. They don't have his.
Blue Devils came off the line quick, so that's a good sign to start the game. Fired off the ball, they stayed low, they attacked the defensive line.
Shotgun formation for the Blue Devils. The Blue Devils notorious for starting out slow, but it looks like they're coming out fired up. Quick pitch to the outside. It's hammered down. Maybe a gain, maybe a loss of a yard on the play. Threw the ball outside to number 18 of the Blue Devils. That's Joshua Cowett, and he looks give no gain on the play.
Again, good blocking. Holy Name's got that zeroed in though. They seem to know that's coming.
They must have watched a lot of tapes.
Yeah.
That was good. Number 15, Corin Wright, the little guy over here on the end. He's 5'6", 150 pounds, and I'll eat my shirt if he's 5'6". He's definitely under that, but he is a freshman starting on this outside end, and we have another freshman on the other side. Oh no, I'm sorry, that's a senior. That's Sean Kelly. He's 6'1", 180 pounds, and I'll eat my shirt if he's 180 pounds.
You just want to eat that shirt because it's got pizza on it.
That's right, from Sal's. 2nd and 2 for the Blue Devils. Left side, taken down. Going to be probably no gain on the play. It's now going to be 3rd and 2. Running for the Blue Devils, number 6 was Jared Wilborn, a senior, 5'11", 185 pounds. And doing the centering for the Blue Devils is number 58, and that is Kyle Salisbury. Now, I just said that because his father was yelling at me last week because Kyle's his brother. Of course, it's Ryan Salisbury, and we won't make that mistake tonight. It's Sean Salisbury. 3rd and 2 for the Blue Devils. High snap. Wilborn takes it. And Curtis Ludden, I'm sorry, and Ludden is smashed.
Holy Name defense has come to play. I mean, they're all over that ball. They're all going for it. There's good pursuit. They're quick, and they're breaking through the Devils' blocks, and they just shut the Blue Devils down that first series.
That'll be a loss of half a yard on the play. It's 4th and 2 for the Blue Devils, and they're back in punt formation. Punting is number 10 for the Blue Devils, Glidden Toxia. And I didn't get any feedback from last week, so we may be okay with that. Toxia is a left-footed kicker. A nice spiral kick taken down. He's bounced down around the 20, picked up at the 20-yard line, heading up the left side. He's got all the lines open. Whoa, a big crushing block. This is that 15 freshman. He's got some good moves. He may take this down, and he's tackled. Not yet. He's still running. He's still on his feet. Across the 15, down to the 10. He's running out of gas, but he gets in for a touchdown. Wow.
What a run. Watch the replay on this one.
Watch the replay is right. This kid, number 15 of the Holy Name Naps, he is a freshman. Quentin Wright, 5'6", 150 pounds. He just bounced all over the place. Coach from Holy Name had mentioned this to me before the game. Here's your replay. Watch this kid, the little moves. There's some great blocks in the middle. And the little jump move there, and off he goes. I thought 11 had a shot at him, but he was taken out on another nice block. And this kid, watch him run out of gas right at the end. He's just struggling to make it. His head's bobbing, and he just gets in for a touchdown. What a great run that was for Holy Name.
You know, I seen it many times last week, and I saw it just now. I mean, the first guy that comes down on the defensive coverage that comes to the ball carrier, you got to break down. They run right by him. They got to be under control. And again, I mean, I'm not taking anything away from the running back. He runs good. Again, missed tackles.
Absolutely. There was a couple of crushing blocks.
That's disappointing.
The extra point was good, kicked by Junior Keba, 5'7", another freshman, and he kicked it up almost into the next stadium. So the Naps take a big, quick lead, 7-0, with 8 minutes and 11 seconds on the clock in the first quarter. Well, that's a shock to Leominster, I believe.
Yes, they were shut down 3 and out on their first series on offense. They kick the ball away to get on defense, and they run it back for a touchdown. That can deflate your sails. But let's see what they come back with now. They need to come back, get their offense together, get some yardage, eat up some time on the clock, and get a touchdown, get that back.
Speaking of sales, how's Sal's Pizza doing? Sal's Pizza. We're going to talk a little bit more of all of our sponsors, but Sal is giving us these beautiful shirts to wear. Just underway now, second kickoff. Jumped over. Going to be rolling down around the 10-yard line. Again, number 25 for the Blue Devils. And he's hammered down after a gain of maybe 3 yards on the play. Nicholas Wilford. Ball jumped over his head, went down to the 10, and returned it to about the, let's give it the 14-yard line. Blue Devils take over 1st and 10, deep in their own zone. Of course, we're having all our replays for you tonight. Again, some great camera work by Sean and Mark Lavasser, our production staff. Our producer, of course, Andre Koroskeni, and his assistant, Ben.
I would expect the Blue Devils to come out this time trying to establish a little run up the middle.
Well, let's see what happens. Curtis Ludden is still quarterbacking, as he does for the Blue Devils. He's up under center. Salisbury centering. That is Ryan Salisbury. How's that, John? Better? And it was a counter inside, and Ludden is just hammered to the ground. Looks like Holy Name sitting up and staying in the holes. A loss of 2 on the play. It's 2nd and 11, 2nd and 12 for the Blue Devils. So the Blue Devils have got some negative yardage going
Number
on.
88 almost took the handoff. I think somebody missed their block.
Some great replays going on. We have to look at the monitor because we start talking over it, but we got to remember our crack production staff here is doing a great job. 2nd and 12 for the Blue Devils. Ball's back around the 12-yard line. Ludden with the ball, drops back. He's going to try to take off, and he's again taken down by the Holy Name Naps. Some great defense being played by Holy Name. They're hanging in the holes and not
Pursuit?
That's the word I'm looking for. Over pursuing, and another loss of 3 yards on the play. It's now 3rd and 15. Ball's all the way back to the 10-yard line of the Blue Devils.
See a blitz coming in from number 44. There's the pressure. And number 44 makes the play. Slows him down, and 88's in there again.
44 is Kevin Donahue. He's a junior, running back, 5'11", 190 pounds. So he does hang in there. So it's 3rd and 15 for the Blue Devils. Ludden back in the shotgun formation, single back, trips to the left side. Ludden drops back, a left-handed quarterback rolling to his side. He's going to throw across his body. He's got a man wide open down the field. And it's incomplete. Couldn't hang on. He had Brett Storrow had beaten his man by 7 or 8 yards and just couldn't hang on to the ball. Ludden threw that ball a long way, and it just kind of hung up a little. Storrow had to wait up for it, and he just couldn't quite hold it. We'll see if we got a replay, which I'm sure we do. I would be surprised if this crack staff didn't have it. Here it is.
I tell you, Holy Name's coming hard off that ball. They are aggressive.
Ludden left-handed toss, and here's the throw, and Storrow was way out ahead. He just had to hang up, and well, it looked like it hit him in the hands, but couldn't hang on to it. Blue Devils just punted the ball, and it was taken out of bounds. They're going to set it down just about the 37-yard line of the Blue Devils. So Holy Name starts out with great field position again.
Great field position. Now let's see what they can do on offense and see how the Devils' defense holds up. Those first 2 series, 3 plays and out, not a good way to start a game. We have a long way to go, obviously. But the defense needs to step it up here, hold Holy Name, and get 3 and out.
We have 6 minutes, 21 seconds to go in the first quarter. Blue Devils trail 7-0. So this is really Holy Name's first set of offensive series.
They have tight splits, Ed. I was watching them in the pregame, yeah.
Yeah, they're always tight. You don't know where it's going. It's a quick pitch to the right side. End got hooked in. Turns the corner, going outside. On the bottom of the tackle, number 6 for the Blue Devils to slow him down was Jared Wilborn. but they're going to gain about 4 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 6. Watch the end. You get caught right here. You get blocked. And outside, number 34, Holy Name Naps. And 17, of course, O'Connor was there. You're going to see that number a lot around the ball, as his brother was number 17. And this is Kevin O'Connor. And he's not afraid to tackle. He's got some speed, so he can keep up with him. 2nd and 6 for the Naps. Quick pitch coming right at us to this side. They got a block in the back, but they didn't see that one. It turns the corner. He's got enough for first down. It's going to be all the way down to about the 18-yard line. 1st and 10, Holy Name.
Same play to the left. They sealed off the Blue Devils outside cornerbacks in the end. A couple guys pulling there from the inside. Good blocking. Look at that. Knocking the Blue Devils down. And he just fights for that first down. Good play for the offense.
Ryan O'Loughlin, number 11, senior, 5'8", 190 pounds on the initial tackle. He's taken down. It's 1st and 10 Naps on the 18-yard line of the Blue Devils. Just underway, first quarter, 7-0, Holy Name. Real tight setup for Holy Name, as we talked about. You saw him early. Rick dive up middle. It's just an inside dive. This kid's breaking to the outside. No tackling on the Blue Devils. Holy Name takes it in for a touchdown.
That looked easy.
Wow.
Huh?
Just walked in the middle. And,
what blocking?
Number 30 for the Naps is Billy DeRocher. This kid can run as well. He's one of the stars of the team. He went 18 yards, got hit maybe once, and he went. You know, it looks like the Blue Devils have trouble seeing who's got the ball, because DeRocher just walked through and fooled our cameraman too. And there's DeRocher, one tackle right there, and there's no chance. DeRocher running nice and low, keeps his legs traveling, and puts it in for an easy 6 points.
Good blocking again. Fundamentals. They beat him off the line on the Blue Devil defense, and Blue Devils missed tackles again.
Kick is up and it's good.
You miss tackles, you're not going to win games.
Yeah, you know, it's tough when you run right through the middle of that line and nobody bumps you, at least slows you down. And there was one missed tackle on the outside. Let him, DeRocher, walk into the end zone. Well, while we have the short timeout, we'd like to thank our sponsors. Our sponsors for tonight are the Learning Curve, the Carroll's Insurance Agency, MP Crowley Company, Garapi Furniture Corporation, the Il Camino Restaurant, best chicken piccata in town, Ken's Classic Cab, the Academy for Little People, Sal's Pizza, who will be here shortly. They gave us these lovely shirts to wear, and it's great pizza, Sal's Pizza, and Ferguson Landscaping. We got some dead grass, call Ferguson. He can take care of you. We'd also like to thank Pat LaPointe and the Leominster DPW, Joe Poirier, our electrical inspector, and the Doyle Field Foundation for their help in allowing LATV to complete the video and audio connections to all the press boxes and camera locations on the field. The kickoff again to the Blue Devils. Taken down just about the 15-yard line. Wilburn going to the left side. Wilburn may have a chance. He turns the corner, just tripped up as he tried to get outside. A good return, brought the ball back to about the 27-yard line. 1st and 10 Blue Devils. We have our sound mics taped to both end zone goalposts, so you'll get some of the field noise. Hopefully somebody down there won't see those and start commenting, but our crack staff could shut that right off.
Let's see if somebody put the alarm on for the Blue Devils here so they wake up.
Well, we've always talked about the Blue Devils seem to get the slow start, and then they start a couple of whacks in the head and they get going. Here's Wilburn trying to go right up the middle, and a good run for Wilburn's going to give him about 5 yards, just about the 30-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Yeah, nice blocking up the middle that time. They came off the ball good. They stayed low and made a hole.
See, it's just a straight handoff to Wilburn. Good blocks up front. You're right, Larry. One linebacker filled the hole. Wilburn almost ripped his head off. Gain of, they moved him back. It's gain of just about 4 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 6. Hey, nice run outside. Number 6 for the Blue Devils is taken, and Wilburn, he cuts back to the inside. A good run, and then he folds up around the 47-yard line, 46-yard line. 1st and 10 Blue Devils. Jared Wilburn, senior, 5'11", 185 pounds, gets his motor running, gets out there, and you'll see a nice few cuts.
Everybody stayed with their block, and as we know, that's critical, right? To get downfield blocking, to break your runner free, to get that extra yardage, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, it's so true. You've got to stay with those blocks, because just because the initial hit, you just keep driving, and we do have a timeout. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils after a short timeout. Ball is on the 46-yard line. Clock is stopped with 4 minutes 15 seconds to go. Blue Devils trail 14-0. That's right, I said 14-0. We've had a quick
hits. A left and a right.
on the first punt. Was returned about, what did we say, about 80 yards for a touchdown, and then we just had a 18-yard run by the Naps for a second touchdown, and 2 conversions makes it 14-0. So a quick little timeout. Blue Devils bring it back out 1st and 10 as they start to move the ball. Again, we reiterate that it seems like it takes a couple of whacks on the helmets of the Blue Devils to wake them up and say, hey, we're going to play football here tonight. Ryan Salisbury up over center, number 58. Quarterbacking is Curtis Ludd. He's up under center. Quick pitch to the left side. Big opening, just hit and rolled off one. Did the ball come out? No, they got a second down. Running the left side was number 8 is Malik Daniel.
Okay, looks like they got the wake-up call. That's good news. They can fire off the ball. They're still not winning that line of scrimmage, though.
2nd and about 3. It was a 7-yard gain on that from Malik.
7-yard gain. That's going in the right direction.
Sure is.
That's they're going for the 3rd first down now. The first couple of series were 3 and out.
Curtis Ludd again up under center. Salisbury snapped the ball. Curtis almost lost that ball, but recovered it well. It's going to be just shy of the first down. Maybe a gain of a yard on the play. It's going to be 3rd and about 2. Running the ball for the Blue Devils was number 8, which is Malik Daniel. So the Blue Devils have a decision at, well, let's say 3rd and a strong 1. Ball sitting on the Holy Name 45-yard line. Must be an echo in here.
I would see even a QB sneak, because it looks to me from here, and I didn't do the comparison, but the Blue Devils offensive line outweighs the Naps up front.
Yes, they do. There's no doubt. And it's a straight dive, and he's stuffed. I think he's short. Yes, he is short. Maybe they gained maybe a foot on that play. Number 12 for the Blue Devils was Geraldo Rivera, and he was just slammed at the line of scrimmage and just knocked sideways. Gain of maybe a half a yard. It's 4th and a half a yard.
So that brings up a good point. You have the Blue Devils who outweigh these guys by, say, 20 pounds per person, right? And Holy Name held them, right? Because you know what? They wanted it more.
Well, now let's see where it is. It's 4th and about
They're coming hard. They're coming hard.
They're stacked in the middle. It's a quarterback sneak. There's going to be a motion penalty. The ball didn't come up, or something happened with the snap, because Curtis Ludd started to move forward before the ball was in his hands, and the official saw that. That's going to move him back 5 yards, and now it's going to be 4th and about 6.5. Big penalty again for the Blue Devils. And we talked about that last week. The Blue Devils had 13 penalties, and this one cost them an easy first down. Now they're in punt formation. They've got to give the ball back to the Holy Name Naps. Back is the freshman for Holy Name. Kick to the right, down the right side. I think it went out of bounds.
Yeah, it went out of bounds down around the 7-yard line.
Okay, yes, they are going to mark it around the 7. I had to go through the looking glass in the door to find that one. So now I've got to move over and so we can see the offense.
It's going to be crucial here for the Blue Devils to keep them in the hole and change the field position of this game. The defense has to step it up, get the ball back for the offense, and put them in good field position to get a touchdown and bring this game back in line here.
Well, this is the deepest that Holy Name has started in the first quarter. There's 2 minutes and 14 seconds left to go. Blue Devils trail by 14. And Holy Name is 1st and 10 from around the 7. Quick pitch right side, cuts it back against the grain. Going to give him about 3 or 4 yards on the play. It's going to be 2nd and about 7. Only part of the field that I can't see.
They stuffed up the middle that time. That was good defense. They got to make sure they're doing a heck of a job blocking in there still.
Blue Devils trying to.
They got to seal that outside.
We cut it back on the inside, but if they get outside, they can move.
Yeah.
No doubt. Quarterbacking is number 14 for the Holy Name Naps. It's Ben Whitney. He's He's a senior. Quick pitch to the right side. 30, going to turn the corner. He's got blockers out in front. He steps it across. He's still moving to the outside, and he's down. The ball came out. Looks like the Naps got it back, though. The ball did come out, and it's going to be marked down about the 26-yard line. It's definitely enough for a first down. So the Naps got a big play from number 30. That's Billy DeRozier.
No containment there.
Right. Once he turned the corner, it was all over. A great block on number 10, as you saw right there. Made one cut outside. Just tackles again, Larry. So 1st and 10 for the Naps. Ball sitting on their own 26-yard line. 1 minute, 9 seconds in the clock running first quarter, 14-0. Quarterback keeps it right up the middle. Runs himself forward. Now I noticed, Larry, the safety, number 10 for the Blue Devils, kind of just sat there and waited for him. He was getting toxic. He didn't step up and
got to attack. Got to attack this
beat
offense.
him in the hole. He kind of let him run to him and then made that tackle, but he gave him 6 yards on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 4. Ball's across the 30-yard line to the 32-yard line. I'm getting hungry, Larry. Sal's will be here soon.
I am hungry.
2nd and 4 for the Naps. Here's number 30 again, cutting back, and he's pushed forward. Enough for another first down as they eat up the clock. It's going to be balls across the 35 to about the 37. It's another first down for the Holy Name Naps. Just a methodic drive. You see number 30, great blocking by the white shirts up front. And number 30 finally came in for the Blue Devils from the outside.
They're just beating them up on the line of scrimmage. I mean, there was no denying that film.
It was Michael Kelly who made that stop, or else he would have had some big yardage. So it's 1st and 10 for the Naps. Sorry, Larry. And we're going to have, I believe, we get a timeout, or is the end of the quarter? That is the end of the first quarter. Well, at the end of the first quarter, it's Holy Name 14, Blue Devils nothing, and Holy Name is on the move.
I'm surprised. I really am. I thought the Blue Devils would come out tonight ready to play based on what happened last week, but it appears that they just didn't make those adjustments.
Yeah, it was Blue Devils, like I said, when they start out slow, and unfortunately they got down a bunch of points already. They've got away with a couple of weeks where they got started out slow and not a lot happened. It went up and down the field in the middle of the field, but not a lot happened. But tonight the Naps have taken advantage of that and put some big points on the board and really put the Blue Devils in a hole early.
And you got to hand it to them. You can't take it away from them. I mean, They come out here fired up and ready to play.
They did, and I got to be honest with you. Before I was walking around talking to different coaches from the Holy Name, and they were a little skeptical about coming here against the big Blue Devils. And he said that the Blue Devils have got the talent, they've got the speed, but he said our guys have got the will, and a lot of times the will go over the
That's right.
Speed.
That's right.
Well, I have this quick timeout. Well, we're going to start right away. We don't have a timeout. The producer almost tore his ears off just then because he's like, I can't put that up now. We're going to go. So here we are at the start of the second quarter. 1st and 10 for the Naps. Quick pitch to the left side. Again, it's just a massive of white shirts pushing blue shirts all over the place. Gain of about 6 yards on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 4. Running for the Naps was number 2, which is Sean Kelly. He's a senior, 6'1", 180 pounds. See right in here, Larry, that white shirt just keep pushing Blue Devils back.
They're killing them.
They're eating up the inside. Into the trenches, the Blue Devils have got to stick their heels in the mud and keep things there. I mean, you got big number 74 right in the middle of that line, which is James Langan. He's 6'4", 311 pounds. So he's got to dig his feet in and not go anywhere.
But as we both know, if you don't stay low, you're not gonna get the leverage.
Beautiful blocking scheme by the Naps. Push that ball forward across just about the 49-yard line. Another first down for the Naps. Running for the Naps is number 30, which is Billy DeRozier. And he's the workhorse for the Naps. He's done quite a job already tonight for the Holy Name Naps. You'll see Billy. I mean, watch the blocking up front. That number 44 kicks out like he's supposed to. And he just continues to move forward, and the Blue Devils kind of bounced off him.
Yep. Yep, they're good runners, good blocking all the way around. I mean, they got their A game here tonight.
Holy Name, it's called a timeout. If you look at the Holy Name guys, though, Larry, a lot of them got their heads down and they're sucking a lot of wind. So this may be something to keep an eye on. You know, the Blue Devils.
As the game goes on,
yeah,
time will tell.
A couple of them are kind of kneeling down. Number 30, Billy DeRocha, who's that workhorse, is really sucking some wind out there. While we have this quick timeout, we'll give you our sponsors. Sponsors for tonight, and of course all our action sports, are the Learning Curve, the Carroll's Insurance Agency, MP Crowley Company, Garapi Furniture, the Il Camino Restaurant, and that's for my friend Bill out at the gate, because he yelled at me tonight. Ken's Classic Cab, Academy for Little People, Sal's Pizza, and Ferguson Landscaping. Great job, guys, on the cameras. And Sal, speaking of Sal, they're coming in right now. When we get a timeout, we're going to talk with Sal in a moment. Not really Sal. Are we, Sal? All right. Let's go with the...
Look at the scrum. They're going.
That ball is still not down. Well, they pushed that all the way across the 40-yard line to the just about the 40-yard line. First and 10.
First and 10
for the Blue Devils. So again, Holy Name has again got another first down at the 40-yard line.
That's better. That's defense there.
The Blue Devils finally stacked that one up. It's a loss of 1 on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Naps. 9 minutes, 17 seconds to go. We're going to be talking with Sal in a minute here. They just came in with our dinner.
Smells delicious, doesn't it?
Oh, my goodness gracious.
There's nothing like Sal's Pizza.
We're going to try to get one of them on the mic with us so we can talk with them, talk about their 2nd and 11 for the Naps. Quick pitch to the right side, and we got a flag.
I saw Holden. Yep.
We got a flag in there. While we have this quick timeout, let's talk to Kenny Bergeron of Sal's, and you brought your manager with you tonight. And who might that be, Kenny? Let's bring that a little bit closer.
Okay. This is Diana. She's going to be running our Pittsburgh office, Pittsburgh Pizza Parlor, when we open up Leominster in 3 weeks. And she does a great job for us. She's a nice girl, and I hope everybody comes up there and sees us.
Well, we've been talking about Sal's Pizza, and Larry and I, and we want to thank you for the great shirts. We wore those, and we walked all over the place tonight. People were trying to steal our shirts because they said, is he having pizza come tonight? And I said, well, usually our sponsors will bring us something to eat. And I see you brought us some nice stuff here tonight. Maybe you can tell us what you brought.
Well, let's see. We brought some...
It smells delicious. That's all I can smell.
Well, that's what it is. It's great pizza. That's why.
Absolutely.
And here's one of them. That's plain and have pepperoni.
Holy smokes.
Okay.
Nice.
One of them.
Well, let's take a look at this, and we'll talk about the game as it goes.
Yeah.
We got
and
another
this one
camera
is,
out there.
what's this one, Diana?
Oh, hold on a minute for that. We're just going to... Oh, my goodness. You'll see this one here.
What a pizza.
Oh, my goodness.
That's chicken and tomato, broccoli, and spinach, and 2 of our specials.
Wow.
We'd like to show you.
That's a beauty.
That is a beauty.
We're going to have to lock the door.
And here's our buffalo wings.
Oh, yes.
Let's take a look at the buffalo wings. Look at this one, Larry.
Those are delicious.
Can't beat that. Sal's brought it all here tonight.
And this is our stuffed meatball.
Oh, my goodness.
So,
well, hold on. We're going to be right back. Oh, there it is. There's the stuffed meatball pizza. Have you ever had that? I haven't, but I'm going to.
Yes, everybody has it. It's beautiful. It's great. And I hope you guys enjoyed this tonight very much.
Oh, we will.
We appreciate everything you're doing for us, believe me.
I've been dieting all week for this.
We know how good it is.
Right.
And now it's a chance for the people in our audience to find out how good it is.
Right. Well, once they find out that you brought us the pizzas and Sal's, we really enjoy the product.
Yeah.
We've been there a few times, and the service is excellent. And the new one is going to be located where?
On Central Street.
Central
right next
Street?
to Paul's Rental on Central Street. We should be open within the next 3 weeks.
Next 3 weeks, and that
Yes.
would be interesting. So that is Sal's on Central Street. And
Yes.
your other one is located on
89 Whalen Street in Fitchburg by the Kmart, the old Quiznos.
So get up there and get some Sal's Pizza because it's a great pizza, and we're going to have some fun here shortly. Halftime will be here in about 6 minutes and 45 seconds, and we're really going to have a good time.
And we like to let everybody know that we do have party pizzas now, pan pizzas. We just started making them this week for birthday parties and everything else. And if you like to order them, they're a great item. It's a great product.
And how big are those? I mean, these pizzas are huge now.
24. It's 24 inches. You get 24 slices? 24 slices in it.
Wow.
On the party pizza.
On the party pizzas, and they're 18? $18.99.
We could get one each, Eddie.
One each?
The way we love this pizza,
absolutely
wouldn't be a problem.
Right.
And wash it down with some chicken wings.
That's exactly right. A few bottles of water.
There you go. Well, we'd like to thank you so much for bringing those down, and we're telling everybody, let's get up there and get some pizza.
We appreciate it. We appreciate it.
By the way, the cannolis and the whoopie pies.
Whoopie pies and the bombs.
Excellent. Yeah. And excellent service as well. We've been there a few times.
Good, so we appreciate it.
Well, thank you so much,
Thank you
Kenny.
very much.
Thanks, Ken.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Much.
We'll see you soon.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow, we're going to have a feast here at halftime. Oh, we will. We'll get them back on. Well, now everybody's going to be, we're going to have to lock the door because...
well, we're going to share it with the community.
Yeah, after we're done.
All right.
While we have this quick timeout, we'd like to thank our sponsors, The Learning Curve, the Cows Insurance Agency, MP Crowley Incorporated, Gabby Furniture, the El Camino Restaurant, Ken's Classic Cab, Academy for Little People. There's a little people out here, but I don't think that's the same kind. Of course, Sal's Pizza, who just came in, and Ferguson Landscaping. So those are our sponsors, and we'd like to thank all of them, especially Sal's Pizza for their lovely shirts, pizza, and I'm going to eat shortly. Thanks again, guys. Nice seeing you.
Thank you.
All right, here we go back to the action. We missed a couple
nice
of plays.
pickoff, huh?
And it is an interception by the Blue Devils. I don't know, but the loud noise here is a little bit loud for me.
That was good defense. Well positioned. And that's the kind of turnover that they needed right there.
Oh, that's better. I couldn't hear myself eat.
That's what that was, huh?
That was the producers.
I mean, it's a well-executed play, but he was just in the right place at the right time. He just came right up in there. He broke to that ball quickly and caught it, made a play, and turned the ball over. Now let's see what the offense can do.
All right. You want to finish this, Larry? I'm going to go eat. No, I'm just kidding. So it's 1st and 10, Blue Devils on their own 20-yard line on a nice interception. Curtis Ludden again. Quarterback keeps it, rolls right side, and just overthrew number 12. Beautiful play fake, had everybody fooled. Tried to hit Geraldo Rivera and just overthrew him. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Larry, did you see that meatball pizza?
What do you think I'm eating?
Look at everybody in the booth now is looking at our stuff.
Hey, I'd look too if I were them.
Blue Devils 2nd and 10, 5 minutes 47 seconds to go in the first half, still trailing 14-0. Larry's surveying these pizzas back here. They're looking beautiful.
Man,
we will have some feast.
You got to get the Sal's Pizza.
2nd and 10. Ball's on the 21-yard line of Blue Devils. Ludden drops back to pass. Stepping up. Throws inside. He might have a flag, but no. He was looking to hit.
That's pretty good timing on their head, huh?
Yeah, Jared Wilburn across the middle, and it was a good play, but like you said, Larry, that defense really hit him at the right time.
Good pass blocking there.
He had quite a bit of time, and they were bearing down on him, and right there, you can see, I don't think if Wilburn saw the pass coming, but it was a bullet thrown by Curtis Ludden. So it's now 3rd and 10 for the Blue Devils.
They need to get a score before the halftime. They got to get back in this game.
It would be a big score, too. They've got to go at 80 yards on the interception, and that would be a real deal breaker if that could happen.
And 3rd and 10, they have to make a big play. Someone's got to step up.
All our graphics are done here at our stadium with us tonight, so we hope you enjoy those as well.
Comes a blitz.
Ludden steps up in the pocket, throws a long bomb down the side, and he's all alone by himself and just overthrew him. He's looking to hit number 18 way out by himself. That's Josh Cowett. He can run and just overthrew him by about 3 yards. Ludden really aired that ball out.
He threw that about, what, close to 50 yards?
In the air, yeah, he did. That was a good toss and just out of the reach. I'm sure we'll have a replay to show that. The producer doesn't fall asleep. The Blue Devils now are in punt formation. It's 4th and 10. Ball's on the 20-yard line. Punting for the Blue Devils is number 10, Toxia.
Gotta have good coverage.
It's a nice little spiral. It's going to take a little roll, and here comes the speedster for the Naps. Head down the right side. Finally, it's corral him. Oh, it could be a flag. And the 65, I think he just tripped. 65 of the Blue Devils kind of took a whack at It's Lucas Tossi, a junior, 5'8", 221 pounds. But they said it was okay. It's going to be 1st and 10, holding aim on the Blue Devil 44-yard line.
Well, the Devils had the turnover, took the ball back, gave their offense a chance, and they came up short. Again, there's still time. They can get them 3 downs and out, get the ball back to the offense, and get a quick touchdown before this half ends.
Bonnie Curley way across the far side, doing a great job as she always does, taking care of the football, the tees, and all the players when they come off all torn to shreds. She puts them back together and does a great job. 1st and 10 for the Holy Name Naps on the Blue Devils 44-yard line. Quick inside handoff, rushes himself forward in the scrum. Like I said, Larry, he's still going forward. Gain of about 4 yards on the play. It's 2nd and 6 from the 40. Larry, this tight set seems to be giving Leominster a real havoc because they don't know where the ball is.
Yeah, on top of that, I'm just looking at where their offensive line is. Not only are they tight, but they're sitting way back. I mean, they're almost in a legal formation where they're not on the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
We can see this now because they're even with us here in the booth, and they're almost like slot backs, some of those guys.
Yeah,
that
you're
could
right.
be illegal.
Yeah, you're right. That tackle on the right side was back, almost in the backfield. He'll go to that. Nice tackle at number 6 coming flying up for the Blue Devils. Jared Wilborn ducked his head down under there and took him down.
But it's easy for me to say, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Okay.
When you have tight splits like that, or you have wide splits, right? You have the A and B gaps, right? I mean, you have your gaps, and you have your responsibility. So when the player knows that, and the fundamentals and the basics, you can cut them down, shut them down. It's easier said than done, but that's what it comes down to, right?
Oh, absolutely. That tight.
Your gap responsibility.
Long pass down the right side. He's got a man. He's outside. And it's a touchdown. Holy moly, what a pass.
Right on the money.
Absolute perfect pass. He reached out and just grabbed it, and hopefully we'll have a replay on that one. I'm sure we will, but Holy Name has struck again. A 40-yard touchdown pass for the Holy Name Naps. Put them up by another. With 4 minutes to go, the Holy Name Naps have struck again on another long pass. And
Look at
here,
that, right on the money.
That's
huh?
perfect.
Good defense. I mean, there's not much you can do about that.
He was there. The Blue Devil was definitely there. Number 6 for the Blue Devils, Jerry Wilborn, and it was just a half a step, but the ball was perfect. Kick is blocked. It's pounded around, and it may be going in for a 2-point conversion. Let's see if it is. It is.
This is the Naps night.
Well, they're going to give him a single point, I believe, because it was a blocked field, blocked extra point, so it'll be 1 point. I believe.
22.
So it is 2 points.
According to the scoreboard.
Well, we can't trust the scoreboard. We know who's running that scoreboard. Mr. Mike Griffin over there. And Mr. Conway. So they're interesting. So it is 22 to zip. I'm shocked.
Yeah, I am too. I really am.
You know, the Naps, like you said, have come to play. Now, whether they can consistently hold this, I'm looking at some of them coming off the field, even though they got a 22-point lead. A lot of them are really looking for the water and sucking some wind. But, you know, halftime is close by and they can recharge. Boy, oh boy, the Blue Devils have got to get the show on the road.
Well, we'll see at halftime if it, who makes the adjustments that are needed and how each team comes out prepared mentally, because that's going to be a difference. I mean, if Holy Name comes out and they're feeling good, they get a little cocky, they could get surprised. On the other hand, if the Blue Devils come out, upset, fired up, they can get it back. But if they come out down, they can be down another 20 points. This could be out of control.
They could be in big trouble. I know the Blue Devils have really got to get their coaching staff in there. And, you know, that's a tough thing. We'll talk about that. Take it just about the 25-yard line for the Blue Devils. Right on the right side. He's got one man to beat. He cuts back and just caught from behind. Number 12 for the Blue Devils. Running that back was Geraldo Rivera. And I thought he was going to break him. He just got tripped up and had to stop from the 46-yard line. 1st and 10, Blue Devils. 3 minutes, 53 seconds to go. And we have Laundry on the field. Andre, you saying? There is a penalty. And it was offsides, I believe, on the Naps. I would take the ball. We're going to move it 5 yards.
No, it's no problem. All right.
Okay, they moved the ball 5 yards. They were offsides on the play. Blue Devils took the ball. Larry's eating a wing, guys. Larry's eating a wing.
Oh, that's my finger.
Well, we have a timeout. While we have this timeout, I'm going for pizza. No, I'm just kidding. We're going to eat that shortly. While we have this timeout, I'd like to thank our sponsors. And look at how good our staff is. Our sponsors for tonight, Leominster Access Television, the entire Action Sports production team. We'd like to thank our LATV Action Sports sponsors, The Learning Curve, the Carroll's Insurance Agency, MP Crowley Company, Therapy Furniture, the Il Camino Restaurant, best chicken piccata around, and of course everything else. Ken's Classics Cab, the Academy for Little People, Sal's Pizza, and Ferguson Landscaping. Those are our sponsors, and we're back to the action. 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils on their own, on the Holy Name, 49-yard line. Intercepted. It was a new quarterback. It was intercepted. The Naps are going down the left side. They're going to be still moving down the left side. He's still moving down the left side, and he looks like he's going to go in for a touchdown. Oh, my. Again, number 15 for the Holy Name Naps. He is a freshman. And that's Quirin Wright, and he's been doing major damage to the Blue Devils tonight.
I think did he go out of bounds on the 30?
Well, let's see if they're going to mark him. They are going to mark him out of bounds. So, okay, he must have stepped out right, Larry, just about the 30-yard line. Well, that's a big break for the Blue Devils. See, right about there, he must have stepped out. Boy, oh boy, that's much tackling going on out there tonight. Wow, 1st and 10 for the Naps on the Blue Devil 30-yard line. 3 minutes, 41 seconds to go in the half. Blue Devils are down 22-0. Again, the Naps in a real tight formation. And a Mercer quick pitch and cuts back to the middle and right up the gut. The Rozier taking that again. Beautiful blocking scheme up front.
Very good blocking. They've not big holes, but holes just wide enough to get through there and get 5 yards of carry, it looks like, right? If we had our statistician, Andre, I know he's working on those stats now.
Yeah, we're going to go
about 4.8 yards per carry.
Got to be at least that. Oh, wait, go to Andre, he says ready. Oh, Andre is sick again. You know, he's got nothing. Never mind. He's too busy with his numbers, his buttons. Gain of 5 on the play. 2nd and 5. Again, straight dive. Good faking out by the Naps. And he's still moving forward. Larry, he got hit at the line of scrimmage. And by 4 or 5 guys, he pushed himself forward. It's going to be 3rd and about 2.
Yeah.
Wow. I got to give the credit to this line up front of Holy Name because they, you know, I didn't see them big when I was standing next to them on the field. They weren't big, but boy, I'll tell you, they're doing the job.
Boom, right there. He's down, right? No, he's not. Look at him.
Ryan Salisbury trying to pull him back.
He got 4 more yards out of that. He should have had nothing.
Ryan Salisbury was, trying to pull him back, and he got whacked by his own men a couple times. And we have one of the Blue Devils is down on the field. It's like number 45, it looks like. Let me make sure before I tell you who it is. I don't want to say if it's not 45. But there is a quick timeout. I think, Larry, I'm going to have a piece of that meatball pizza later, and then pepperoni, and that other one. What was the other one he brought? It had all the stuff on it?
Chicken. I mean, I couldn't even begin to describe it. We got to find out what it is.
Oh, boy, I'll tell you. It looks
And let
good.
everybody know.
It looks good. We'll be eating at halftime and let you know how everything tastes, and I'm sure it's fine. And of course, that's South Pizza. And you're looking at some of the fans over in the Leominster side, and I believe they're stunned just like the rest of us that the Holy Name is taking it to them. It is number 45 for the Blue Devils, who is being assisted off the field. That's Vicente Rudy. Yeah. Who's 45?
I don't recall seeing, excuse me, the Blue Devils down at this point in the game by this many points in quite a long time. And not only that, but against teams like maybe Brockton or Everett, even them, they're not down by this many points, right?
It's 3rd and 2 for the Naps. Straight dive up the middle. He's going forward, and I'll tell you, you know what? I've seen a lot of Blue Devils just hanging on the backs of the Naps and letting them go forward. It's going to be enough for a first down. Ball's marked down just about the, I'm going to say the 17-yard line. 1st and 10 Naps. 2 minutes, 27 seconds to go, and a touchdown here was just about going to kill the Blue Devils.
Well, you know, if you can do it in the first half, the other team can do it in the second half.
True, there's a lot of football left to play, but it's a tough thing when you get beat up in the first half and have to come out again. So hopefully they'll be able to stop him here. The Naps running back, cuts back inside. There's a nice job by the Blue Devil defense. Number 11 in on that play for the Blue Devils.
That was played perfectly. It's like the end or the cornerback came up, sealed off the outside, and the inside defensive line came over, pursued, and there was nowhere for him to go, and everybody converged right on the running back.
Number 2, Curtis Ludden, the quarterback, made the initial stop, and then was helped out by number 11, Ryan O'Loughlin. So no gain on the play. It's 2nd and 10. 2 minutes straight up on the scoreboard for the Naps. Ball sitting on the Blue Devil about the 12-yard line. I'm sorry, the 17-yard line. Quarterback ran into his other play. He had a man open in the far corner. Nice job by the Blue Devil defense. He was right with him step for step and was incomplete. Now it's going to be 3rd and 10 from the 17. 1:55 to go in the first half. It's almost pizza time.
It's big that they keep them out of the end zone here because, like you said a couple minutes ago, another score could really be damaging to the outcome of this game for the Blue Devils.
22-0 as we sit with 2 minutes to go in the first half. It's been nothing but Holy Name. Oh, double pitch inside. Boy, they fall the blocker up through the middle. He's down around. They're going to mark him just about the 10-yard line. That's going to make it 4th and about 4. Now what do you do? I punt.
I'd say they're going to go for it.
I punt.
Oh, they do a field goal.
Well, the field goal kicker he does kick him. He was kicking quite a bit. They're going to call a timeout. Leominster calls a timeout, so they want to talk about this. It's going to be 4th down and just about 4 yards. Ball sitting on the 10-yard line. 1 minute, 30 seconds to go, and Leominster called the timeout, so they want to talk this over. While I have this timeout, we'd like to thank our sponsors, and we'd also like to thank Pat LaPointe and Leominster DPW, Joe Poria, the City Electrical Inspector, and the Doyle Field Foundation for their help in allowing LATV to complete the video and audio connections to all the press boxes and camera locations at the field. We have wires now that go everywhere, and we can put cameras out, and we will do that eventually. We have both cameras tonight up in the press box with us, and those guys are doing a fine job. We have Sean on our replay camera. We have Mark Lavassa, our star cameraman, back for tonight with us, who's going to be coming back with us. And also we have our associate production manager, Ben, and of course our production guru, Andre Koskeni. So here it is, 4th and 2. Leominster jump. Take it right up the middle. It's going to be close. He's still moving forward. He's down across. He may have get in for a touchdown. And they did. Touchdown Naps.
That was just sheer willpower.
Boy, that was right
and
up
power.
the gut. Right
and
up
power,
the gut.
yep.
Oh, my. Running course was number 30, the big workhorse for the Naps. Billy DeRozier. And he's been really sticking it to the Blue Devils tonight. 28-0. Here's that play. And you see DeRozier just makes one cut. You know, they got some great blocking up front, but DeRozier just bounced off another
Look
tackle.
at the legs going. Look at the legs going. They don't stop.
He carried 4 Blue Devils into the end zone with him.
Yep.
Ouch. Here's the snap, and the kick is up. And it's good. So, 29-0. Blue Devils trail against Holy Name at Doyle Field on a beautiful football night, but it's turned to be ugly at this point. But like I said, Larry, we have a second half to deal with. Blue Devils can come out and score 29 points. They have an explosive offense. Just need to put things together. And I'm betting a little bit that, you know, Holy Name's got to run out of some gas because they don't have the numbers that the Blue Devil have. And you can see that the defensive linemen are coming out in front of us now, and they're happy, but they look tired, and they've been through a bruising first half with the Blue Devils. I'm sorry, that's the offensive line. The defensive line hasn't been on the field much.
It's been all Holy Name offense.
Well, the Blue Devils have a chance to put some points on the board with 1:22 to go in the first half.
They're putting on a clinic. Blocking, running, tackling.
They really are.
Big plays.
That inside line offensive play is just phenomenal for the Holy Name Naps. They're just clearing out the spaces. And Leominster needs to wrap them up and tackle. The Naps kicked it down the middle, long kick down. It's taken back by Curtis Ludden, just about the 6-yard line. Ludden head down the right side. Ludden makes one cut back inside. Again, Ludden another cut. Ludden still moving. He's got some feet, and he's just tackled and taken down just about the 35-yard line. Now, Ludden ran 100 yards and was taken down just by an ankle tackle. And they're going to mark it just about the 34-yard line. First and 10 Blue Devils on the 34 with 1:12 to go in the first half.
Now the Blue Devils could look at this in a couple ways here. With a minute left, are they going to go for a touchdown, take a chance, turn the ball over again? I mean, the way things have been going for them in this half, it has not been going good. Or are they just going to kind of run the clock out?
I think they take the ball and run it into the, surely give it to the short-handed guys and take it into the end zone. I mean, into the locker rooms to talk about this. New quarterback is number 7. He threw it out in the flats, and a comeback pass is connected just about the 40-yard line. Now quarterbacking for the Blue Devils is Alex Carrigan, senior 5'10", 170, on a nice pass out in the flats, number 11. I believe it was number Ryan O'Loughlin.
They're going for the score, and I think that's what they need to do. They don't have much more to lose at this point when you're down 30-0.
Carrigan's 6-step drop. He got a screen inside. It's picked off. I believe it's picked off. Oh, they say no. Official said no. Came in from the back and said no.
I don't know about that call.
Boy, we got a replay.
That looked like a pick-off to me.
Let's see if we can cover that. Nice job, guys. No, it did roll, right? Good call. Yeah, it was on the ground. Wow, Blue Devils dodged a bullet there.
That goes to our point where we're saying, though, another turnover here could turn into another touchdown. Would not be pretty.
No, not at all. So it's 3rd and about 3 for the Blue Devils. Ball sitting on the 41-yard line. 43 seconds to go. Carrigan in quarterbacking for the Blue Devils. Split wide, number 26, Kyle Sanders. Carrigan throws it to the right side, and it's bounced. Tried to hit number 6, Jared Wilborn, in the right flat. Incomplete. It's now 4th and 4. Well, Larry, do you punt it out here?
I wouldn't.
Okay.
I'd go for it. I'd go for a long pass. If it gets intercepted, it's just like a punt, right?
Oh, that's a good point. Right.
Yeah.
As long as they cover the pass after.
Right. Throw it down to the 10-yard line or wherever you can find. You can throw it, and hopefully one of the Blue Devils will catch it and go into the end zone.
And if they catch it down that deep, well, like you said, they'll start them out deep. Just make sure you cover it. So Ludden back into quarterback, and he can throw the ball. They got triples to the right, singles left.
Got to have good blocking because it's going to take some time to develop.
Ludden rolls out. Ludden's taking off with the ball. Ludden's Well, that's going to be close where that is marked. I think they marked it short. It's going to be first, I think, for Holy Name. Tommy Kelly standing out in front of us, huh?
Tommy Kelly and Rick Vance.
Yeah. Haven't seen Rick in a million years.
Oh, they look like $1 million, don't they?
They look great. Look like they're in high school. Rick's cold, though.
Yeah, he's from the South now.
Well, Holy Name takes over 1st and 10 on the Blue Devil 41-yard line. Blood never made it. It's 31 seconds to go, and Holy Name has got nothing to lose here. Are they going to down it? Maybe they've had enough.
Yeah. Enough.
Maybe. I don't understand.
I haven't seen this.
No, you're absolutely right. This is
I've been around a few years.
quite a few
I haven't
years.
seen the Blue Devils down at halftime by 30-0.
Well, they're going to just let the clock run out, and that's going to be it for halftime. And boy, oh boy, it's a shaker on the field down tonight, where Blue Devils are going to go into the locker room trailing by 29 points to a team that I thought was going to get blown out.
Yeah, I expected the Blue Devils to come out here, and I even said it. I think they're going to get at least 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Well, I was wrong. But the game's not over yet.
No, there's a whole second half. Now, Holy Name scored 29, and Blue Devils going to score 30 in the next half. Of course, they hold Holy Name at nothing, but Holy Name's going to get the ball second half. So we'll have to put a stop to that real quick. We're going to have, we're going to stay with you just for a minute, and then we're going to give you a little bit of the band. And that's us right there, Larry.
Caught up in my cord.
We're going to let the band come out on the field, and we're going to feature a couple of band members tonight. And I have in my book somewhere. I'll tell you who they are. And sorry if I went off camera. Well, I did go off camera because it wasn't honest. That's good. And you'll see the Leominster High band coming out onto the field. And you know, we could play Where's Waldo with these people, because I've secretly marked their hats, and their hat will have a black stripe on the top of it, and we're going to look at Lindsay Lamache and Michael Harris. And I'll tell you, Michael Harris plays the bass drum, and Lindsay Lamache plays the bari saxophone. And once we get them on camera, oh, that's us. We're on camera now with our Sal's Pizza jerseys on.
I think your idea about Where's Waldo might work. And whoever finds Waldo, well, there'll be no pizza left. That's not going to work.
Yeah, sure won't. We're going to open the boxes up and let the people get a piece of Sal's Pizza, and we'll share, because we've got enough to feed the whole side of the field. That's what we'll do. These are the bass drummers, as you can see, as they're coming out on the field, and one of them is Michael Harris, and we'll show you who it is, but watch, he'll be turning soon. Up, and see the black mark I put on his hat? That's Michael Harris right there. Michael Harris, this is his second year playing the bass drum. He's the grandson of Pete LaBelle and the son of Kathy and Matt Harris. We talked to him before the game. With Coach was nice enough to give me time with him, and very intelligent young man. Really enjoys playing the bass drum. And I'll tell you, I don't know, I asked him, does his back hurt from playing that thing? He goes, no, you get used to holding it. So, I mean, if you look at their position, you're looking at Michael Harris, and he's an 8th grader, and he's in the middle school, and he goes to Skyview Middle School, and he's been playing the drums for about 4 years, but he's only been playing the bass drum for 2 years. So we'll take a little bit of break while you listen to Michael Harris, and then we'll find our second person, who will be Lindsay Lamache. And when we get her on camera, we'll tell you about her. Larry just deafened me with his microphone. He's going after the wings. So we're going to show you a little bit of the band, and we'll talk about. We're going to get back to Michael Harris. Lindsay is a senior at the Leominster High. Her name is Griswold. They call her Griswold, and that's her right there with a little black mark on her hat. We put it on there so we could identify her. She's playing the Barry saxophone. She is going to Rensselaer College. She wants to go to Rensselaer College, and I guess she's pretty well set if she gets in there, and that's where she wants to go. And she is going to receive some scholarship for science and math. So she's quite an intelligent person, and she is playing away. She also plays, she'd like to play in the jazz band because of the colleges that she's looking at. She's also looking at BU and WPI. So those are colleges that she won, and she's the daughter of Robert and Scott. So that's Lindsay Lamache, and you'll see her playing the Barry saxophone. So those are our two people we'd like to thank and let Coach let us talk with them tonight. We'll let you listen to the Leominster High Band, and good luck to both of those for our featured people.
This is Leominster TV's 20 Games for 20 Years. Our celebration continues as we return to the action.
I tell you, that was a great halftime. Better than the first half for Leominster, that's for sure.
Yeah, we enjoyed Sal's Pizza. I'll tell you, we fed everybody in the booth, and they're still chewing on it. I'll tell you, there's some great pizzas there. While the captains are going out to meet for the start of the second half, where the Holy Name's going to receive, run down a few statistics that we've got from the game. And for first downs, Holy Name had 7. Leominster had 1. Yards rushing, Holy Name 148 for Leominster's 27. Yards passing, 40 yards for Holy Name, 6 for Leominster. Totals, 188 yards for Holy Name, 33 for the Blue Devils. Turnovers, 1 apiece. And total plays, 27 for Holy Name and 19 for the Blue Devils. We're going to go to the replay of the key plays that we saw at the beginning of the first half. And here's that number 15 just shooting down. He's running like his feet are on fire.
He outran his blocking as well as the tackling, right?
He sure did.
Yeah.
And there was 3 or 4 guys that had a shot at. Watch him die at the end. He's just like, where's that end zone? He finally gets in.
That's a heck of a run and some missed tackles.
And here's the pass that they scored on, that long pass. And a great replay. Nice job. Look at this catch. Over the shoulder. He was actually hanging on to him. The Blue Devil was hanging on to his arm, and that's for their touchdown. That's their second touchdown. So
it's been a first half of big plays, right?
It sure has.
I mean, we saw the kick return. We saw that big pass. And the other thing is fundamentals, right?
Right.
Basic blocking, running, and Holy Name has put on a clinic.
They sure have. I mean, if you look at all the replays that we have, and the blocking up front is just absolutely perfect. You know, they're sealing off linebackers. They're making the blocks, and of course the backs are making the cuts at the right time, and they're just running along. But the Blue Devils have had some shots at it, but the tackling is very, very weak.
Well, let's see how they react to this perseverance here. Let's see how they persevere, I should say, in the face of adversity, because they are facing some steep adversity.
Wow. You got a dictionary in your pocket?
I do.
The Blue Devils kicked off. It's taken down around the 10-yard and across the 20-yard line. Covered him well this time. And, of course, finally, number 21 for the Blue Devils makes the tackle. And that would be Michael Vincino. And it's going to be 1st and 10, Holy Name, on their own 25-yard line.
Let's see what type of adjustments the Blue Devils made in the locker room. I tell you, I would have liked to have been a fly on that wall, but maybe no, I wouldn't have.
Ooh.
Because I'm sure there was some clear messages given on what needed to be done in the second half to pull this game out.
You know, I don't see any whip marks, so that's a good sign. But, you know, maybe Blue Devils needed to get waking up, and let's see what happens. Now, this is their first defensive series, and see if they can put Holy Name to rest so that we don't get any more scores. Again, we hope you enjoyed the halftime of the Leominster High Marching Band with Lindsay Lamash and Michael Harris featured on our program tonight. We will be featuring a couple on each home game, so enjoy it, and we'd like to thank them for letting us feature them. So it's 1st and 10 for the Holy Name Naps on their own 25-yard line. Just the start of the second half, and we got a penalty, and it looks like we're going to have usually it's a motion penalty when the flags come out before the play. Let's see what the officials call. It is illegal procedure against the Naps. It's going to back them up 5 yards, so it's going to make it 1st and 15.
I'm sure that's not the way they wanted to start the second half, because they know they have to maintain. They know the Blue Devils aren't going to just fall over and lay dead.
Right.
In the second half, they're going to come out here fired up, I suspect, but we'll see.
Well, if they don't, they're going to be
embarrassed.
Moving out, living in Fitchburg.
Yikes.
Here's Holy Name again, right side, number 30. It's a quick step move. He's turned the corner. He's a corner in the corner. He may go. He's got 2 men to beat, and they just caught him as he crosses the 45-yard line. And boy, oh boy, another big play.
Again, a missed tackle. Of course, I mean, you got to hand it to these runners. They're quick, and they keep their feet moving.
They really do. I mean, he made a great cut. You'll see on the replay, he made a great cut right at the line of scrimmage to step out around the defensive end. And watch this as he gets the pitch, and watch this move.
The middle sealed. There's
right
nothing there. Yeah, there he goes.
And the defensive end just lunged at his feet.
Left his feet, right.
Yeah, he lunged and left his feet, and he was dead. And then number 10 and number 11 for the Blue Devils finally caught him up. But it's 1st and 10 on the Naps 43-yard line. We should have a motion penalty, but they didn't call that one. The Naps tried to cut it back inside. The Blue Devils sealed that one off very well. On the bottom of the pile, grabbing the ankle was number 2, I believe that was. Curtis Ludden, the quarterback for the Blue Devils.
That looked better. I mean, I'm not sure if it was the cornerback or the defensive end, took the back coming to the outside. They had him taken care of, and the linebacker had the running back coming up in, so there was no place for either one of them to go, no matter where the ball went. So that was a good play on defense.
Gain of 2 yards on the play. It's 2nd and 8 for the Naps on the 45-yard line. Again, right at the middle, number 15. This kid won't go down. He's still moving. Everybody's grabbing a hold of everything, and he's moving himself forward. You know, he's actually so short that people are just missing him. They're just going over the top of him saying, where did he go?
Good lesson. Good lesson in fundamentals here that you will not knock down or take down a good back with arm tackling.
But watch this kid now. The cameraman even got a little feel around. Watch this kid bang there.
He could have went down right there.
Still moving.
Look
Still going.
He just doesn't go down.
He broke loose, and they had to put him down again. So it's
demonstration of strong desire.
Absolutely. 3rd and about 4 for the Naps. Just shy of the 50, around the 48-yard line. Blue Devils trail 29-0. With another reverse spin side. This kid's going to cut the outside. Oh, a great cut at the line of scrimmage, and he cuts across the 40-yard line to about the 39-yard line. Running for the Naps, number 44, Kevin Donahue. He's been the workhorse for the Naps, along with number 15, Quentin Wright. And watch this move at the line of scrimmage.
No one touched him yet, right?
Little juke
He's
right
gone
there.
almost 10 yards and nobody touched him.
Number 11 for the Blue Devils finally got a hold of him. That's Ryan O'Loughlin, who's been around the feet of him all night long, but enough for first down, 1st and 10 on the Blue Devil 40-yard line. Quick pitch, number 15. This is the freshman. He's got some quick feet. Again, a missed tackle on the outside, 2 missed tackles, 3 missed tackles, and he still moves forward. Well, they strung it out well. Blue Devils strung it out well, but they just can't get a hold of him and make that tackle. Gain of about 3 yards on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 7.
He's a freshman.
This kid, 15, is a freshman.
But you didn't say how old he was.
Let me see. Oh, yeah, he's 28.
There it is. Look at him.
He's 28. That's
nice juke right there, right?
Yeah. And there's one missed tackle there. There's another one there.
They're leaving their feet.
Right. They're diving, and this kid's giving him the dead leg and getting nothing but air. So it's 2nd and 8 for the Naps. Ball's on the Blue Devil 37-yard line. Quick pitch coming right at us this side, and turned it in well. Nice job on the inside, and number 58, Ryan Salisbury, from the nose position, came over and make the tackle. Now that's what you've got to do inside.
That was a nice play. That's the way it should be played, consistently.
Ryan Salisbury, you watch him come down the line. He sees his blocker trying to seal him off. He beats the play and makes the tackle right from the backside, right there around the feet. Nice job, Ryan. Looks like his brother Kyle. That's how he used to do it.
Yes.
I hate to do that, Ryan, but the big stick was my favorite. A gain of maybe 2 on the play. It's now going to be 3rd and 5. Ball sitting on the Blue Devil 35-yard line. Quarterback rolls out. He's flushed out. Gets it off. And nice job by Kevin O'Connor. Number 17 came right in, forced the quarterback to get rid of that ball. He did have a man open in the flats, number 2, which was Sean Kelly. But he couldn't quite get it because of the pressure that Kevin O'Connor placed on him. So it's now going to be 4th and 5.
Sorry short of Coach Puckle there, a former Fitchburg player from the late 60s, early 70s.
Yeah, I played against Mike. I think he was a senior when I was a junior.
He's done a heck of a job with this program.
He sure has. He's done a nice job. Good coaching staff down there. There they go, and it's 4th and 5. Trying to 30, trying to turn the corner. He does. Blue Devils. The ball's out. Let's see who got it. I believe it's the Blue Devils. I saw a white shirt reach for it, but I think the Blue Devils received that one.
Excuse me. Yes.
And it is Blue Devils. So there's the first break for the Blue Devils. And now they've got to capitalize and do something with the ball. Blue Devils take over 1st and 10 on their own 31-yard line. And here's the replay. You see 30 goes around the corner. Like I said, these guys are going to get tired. They've been running
And he goes north and south.
Let's see who stripped
nice
the ball
cut.
out. Oh, somebody went flying in there. That ball shot out like a Lupini bean.
It's that vicious game tackling.
That was a good job by the Blue Devil defense that time. You know, I got a flu shot today.
I thought you looked a little different.
I
How do you feel?
with my hands.
Good.
Yeah, okay. First and 10 for the Blue Devils on their own 30-yard line. Nice cut move by Jerry Wilborn. Wilborn trying to get across the 50s, down about the 49-yard line. Now the offense of the Blue Devils is starting to wake up.
That's a good way to start the second half with your first play from scrimmage.
It wasn't Wilborn, was it? How about Daniel Malik?
That was Malik, number 6.
Well, 6 is Wilborn. Malik is 8. It was 6, wasn't it? Let's see. Who's got the ball? Is that 8? 8, number 8. Okay, right. So it's Malik Daniels. Give him the credit on a great run. First and 10 Blue Devils on their own 49-yard line. Just underway, third quarter. Again, up the middle. Blue Devils starting to pound the ball again. That's Malik Daniels again.
I see a little more aggressiveness by the Blue Devils. Hopefully it's not too late.
It's either that or double sessions next week.
I mean, they're going after it. And everybody's moving downfield. They're knocking the white jerseys off the line of scrimmage and knocking them back. Versus the first half, it was the other way around. The white shirts were knocking them in the backfield.
Right. I talked about it. Maybe the Holy Name is small the amount of people they have. They'll get a little tired. Flying around the left side, number 8 is Malik Daniels again. And they're going to mark him just shy of the first down. It's going to be third and about 1, just shy of the 40-yard line. It's around the 42-yard line. Third and 1 for the Blue Devils. Quick pitch to Malik Daniels going on the left side. Nice block on the outside to allow Malik to turn that corner, and just lost his footing, or he might have gained a few more yards.
I was watching the left side of the Holy Name defensive line. They come upfield about 5 yards. There's a key there for over pursuit where you might be able to get some holes on that side.
Right.
If they continue to do that.
Third and 1. Curtis Ludden up on the center. Second back. No, Curtis has got it. Flips it out in the flats. Great pass, but one blocker out front. Cut back in. And it's enough for first down and more. It's going to be placed down just about the 30-yard line of the Holy Name Naps. So the Blue Devils offense has arrived.
That's, 3 first downs in a row? Or 2?
That's 2 in a row.
Nice rollout.
Gets popped, but he gets the pass off. Nice catch by, I believe that's number 12, it is. And he just lost his footing. Number 12 for the Blue Devils is Geraldo Rivera, who's had a few. And I don't mean had a few, but had a few catches.
That's right.
I didn't mean have a few.
I'm glad you clarified that.
Holy Name has called a timeout, trying to break the Blue Devils' momentum. And while we have this break, we'd like to thank our sponsors. And Leominster Access Television and the entire Action Sports production team would like to thank our LATV Action Sports sponsors, The Learning Curve, the Carroll's Insurance Agency, MP Crowley Company Incorporated, Garapi Furniture Corporation, the Il Camino Restaurant, best chicken picada. Maybe we'll get that next time we're home, chicken picada.
El Camino is very good.
Absolutely. Ken's Classics Cab, the Academy for Little People. Oh, Sal's Pizza. I'm stuffed to the gilt. We had a meatball pizza.
That meatball calzone, was it a pizza?
Pizza?
Whatever it was, that was
excellent.
Awesome.
Oh, it was perfect. Academy for Little People, Sal's Pizza, and of course, Ferguson's Landscaping. There's the 50-50 drawing, Larry. Dave didn't win. So we'd like to thank our sponsors, because without their sponsorship, we wouldn't be here and you wouldn't be enjoying the broadcast, as I hope you are. So it's first and 10 for the Blue Devils. They're on the move. Curtis Ludden drops back the pass. He's throwing it down into the end zone. He's got a man in the end zone. Just tipped. Great job by the defensive man. I believe that's number 15 of the Naps. Quentin Wright, who's been all over. It is number 15. He is a freshman. Kids can really play at 5'6", 150, and you'll see the replay. He laid it out there, and this kid just got the speed, got his arm up, and just deflected it.
Beautiful defense.
Beautiful camera work. Yep, just got it. Yeah,
that would have been a touchdown.
Sure would. Looking for.
So
Jerry
he not
Woodward.
only makes touchdowns, he saves them.
Well, that was a beauty. So it's second and 10 for the Blue Devils on the Naps 30-yard line. Left side broken up. Oh, and here come the Naps again, but no tackling on that side. He turned the corner, and Malik Daniels made something out of nothing there. He just got himself a gain of about 5 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 5. Boy, I thought they had it for loss, but he just gave him the dead leg and the dead arm. And watch him bounce off here. 1. Nice spin move. 2. Again, a nice spin move. And he runs away from that guy. And he finally is taken down. Nice job. Nice job in the camera, guys. So it's 3rd and 5 for the Blue Devils. Straight dive in the middle. It's taken down after gain maybe of a yard.
They have to convert on this and get in the end zone.
It's 4th and 4.
Or it's just going to be too late. Although I shouldn't say that because it's not over till it's over.
That's right.
We've seen stranger things.
That's for sure.
Obviously, they're going to go for it here.
4 minutes and 7 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Blue Devils trail 29-0. Andre's using his hands, and he's talking, but he's using his hands. He must have a little Italian in it. The Il Camino restaurant, as Billy DiGregorio chastised me as I came in tonight.
He told me as I went through the gate.
He says, you get it right. It's not a Spanish restaurant. He says, you're talking El Camino. I says, Il Camino. And rolling out right side. He's going to tuck it under his arm. Try to go for that. Oh, that's going to be close. I think he got enough. He did.
Yep.
Took a pounding, but boy, he knew where that stake was and got just enough. That was a quarterback, Curtis Ludden, that did a nice job to get that first down.
You don't hear that too often tonight.
No, we haven't heard that much at all. There's Ludden rolling out. He's looking to throw that ball, and I don't know if he was going to throw it or it was a run all the way, but saw an opening and just took off. And boy, big hit right there.
Yep.
If that guy hadn't hit him forward, he probably not would have made that. Probably
Nice
not would have. Yeah.
tackling.
Beautiful hits by the Holy Name Naps. So it's 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils on the Naps. Let me put them on about the 18-yard line. Malik Daniels again trying to go the outside, and the white shirts are kind of covered him up, and he's trying to go back, and the Naps smashing their helmets back because they missed him, and that they had him for a loss.
But you know, they kept coming. One guy missed him, another guy came. One guy missed him, and another guy came, and then they were all there.
You watch this when Malik Daniels cuts to the outside. Again, they sealed him there. They pushed him back.
It's a replay of the other player, isn't it?
Pushed him back.
And here they all come.
And then boom. A lot of
That's
white
great
shirts.
pursuit. I mean, that's
nobody
the
gave
way
up.
the game's played. Oh, I don't know if somebody got a piece of that. Incomplete. 3rd down situation. 3rd and about 7.
It is 3rd and 7. See what happened on that. Looking at Alex Kerrigan on the sideline with coach. So with 3rd and 7, 2:20 to go, 3rd quarter. The Devils have got to convert here. It's a quick pitch to Daniels. He dropped the ball, and he's down because his knee was on the ground when he picked that ball up. So that is an automatic down in high school. You can't pick that up, and Daniels got punished for it too. So it's a loss on the play of about, say, 7 yards. It's 4th and 11. Now he's hitting the chair. So 4th and 11, 1 minute 42 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Blue Devils trail 29-0.
They got to step it up. Someone's got to make a big play on this conversion. They got to get a first down.
Ludden in the shotgun formation. He's looking to go downfield. Ludden may take off. He's got a first down if he runs it. And it's incomplete. Incomplete. It looked like he was in the arms, but I guess he didn't quite get it. Maybe we'll have a replay to show you what happened there. Tried to hit Jared Wilborn, and Holy Name takes over 1st and 10.
I would say the Blue Devil offense is sputtering.
I have to agree with you there, Larry. Let's see what happened on this pass. And just, it was right in his arms. He just couldn't hang on to it. Wow. So 1st and 10 for Holy Name. They are deep in their zone. They're going to start off 1st and 10 from about the 18-yard line. The open, the squeaky door. Again, Holy Name, this is that number 15 again. He's just moving forward. He's finally knocked back a little bit and taken down.
That's a rare occurrence tonight.
It was. Let's see who was in on that tackle. I couldn't quite see it from where we are. Some new numbers in there for the Blue Devils. Number 35 for the Blue Devils is, I don't have a 35, so he's out. Number 74 for the Blue Devils, that's James Langan. He's in the middle, 311, and we have a timeout. So while we have this timeout, we'll make our production staff work a little bit, and we'll give you our sponsors. Leominster Access Television and Tires Action Sports production team would like to thank our LTV Action Sports sponsors, The Learning Curve, which we learned a lot, the Carroll's Insurance Agency, MP Crowley Company, Garrity Furniture Corporation, the Il Camino Restaurant, Chicken Picada, Ken's Classic Cab, the Academy for Little People, Sal's Pizza. We like to thank them. They brought us a ton of pizza here tonight, and we shared it with everybody. And nobody's talking but me because everybody's sleeping because it was so good. And Ferguson Landscaping. You need some back belts, need some work done around your house, call Ferguson. He'll take care of you. Let's get back to the action. Holy Name is now second and about 9. They're in their tight formation. Looks like it's a straight dive, and it's stuffed by the Blue Devils. Now look what's happening. Number 35 and number 17 in on the tackle for the Blue Devils. 17, of course, is Kevin O'Connor, and 35 we don't have.
That's good defense.
That was good defense.
2 in a row. So they got third and about 11.
That is correct. 3rd and 11.
You know what's coming up, right?
Timeout.
The 1894 game.
Ah, yes.
LHS and FHS recreating the first, well, I'm not quite sure, so I won't say that, but recreating the game played between both cities in 1894. That's going to be on October 24th at noontime, and it's going to be played on the
Doyle Estate.
Doyle Estate off of, what street is that?
Lindell Ave.
Lindell Ave.
Yeah.
I went by the other day. I saw these big trees as goalposts that they put up. I mean, it's really something. This is going to be an authentic game. It's going to be good.
Now, Larry, tell us a little bit about it. They're going to play under the rules that they had in 18, whatever it is.
1894.
1894.
I believe 1890. Yeah, approximately 1894. Yeah. And all authentic, no equipment back then, and.
How are they going to get those guys to play? Aren't they all dead?
Yes, but they have a lot of endurance.
Get back to the action. We'll talk more on that because it's going to be interesting. Here's Holy Name right up the middle, across the gut. He's going to be down across the, well, they're going to mark it just about the 25-yard line. Now it's going to be 4th and about 3.
And I would expect the Holy Name's just going to be trying to eat up the clock at this point, right? They don't want to give the ball back. They want to take their time. The end of the third quarter is right upon us here. And I'm still in shock.
Yeah, this is
30-0, 29-0.
Well, Holy Name's got to give the ball back now for the Blue Devils. It's a nice run by the Holy Name running back. I guess that's going to be the quarter. I guess that is the quarter. So at the end of 3 quarters, Blue Devils have still got the goose egg, and they're trailing 29-0. Larry, just a little bit more on that game. Us at LATV are going to cover that game. We're going to videotape. They didn't have videos and tape back in those days, but we are going to cover that game. And we understand that you are going to be coaching the Leominster team, along with who?
Yes, myself, Gilly Donatelli, Richie Mazzaferro, Togo Palazzi, and Jacques, I don't know his last name, coach of the Razorbacks.
Cousteau.
And there's a team from Fitchburg being coached by, I don't know the names of them.
Okay.
But both teams are now practicing. They've been practicing for quite a while. They've had to learn the rules because it's not like today's football. It's completely different, more like rugby. The rules are different. The plays are different. And it's a completely different game. It's going to be a lot of fun.
And I understand that there are the modern day players are going to be playing in the game. The kids that could play that graduated from high school a couple of years ago.
Yes, yes.
And a lot of the college kids are going to come back and play, so that'll be interesting. Well, we'll talk more on this. Let's get back to the action. The punt, Ludden takes him just about the 40-yard line. Is hammered by just about most of the Holy Name team, and finally goes down around the 40-yard line.
That's how to cover a punt.
That was a well-covered punt by Holy Name. So they're going to play up on the field, and it's going to be authentic goalposts with trees, and the uniforms are going to be authentic. leather pants and that type of thing. And
Yeah, it was pretty much some pants, vests, jerseys, no helmets. But the thing is, I mean, it's a contact game. So that's why it's very important for the players to know the rules to prevent some serious injury.
And what's the date on that again?
October 24th at 12 o'clock.
Should be
Rain or
interesting.
shine.
We will be there, and come watch this. It should be quite an experience to see. 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils on their own 40-yard line, just underway the beginning of the fourth quarter. Blue Devils have not broken the ice yet, and Ludden is flushed out of the pocket. Ludden's taken off, and here come the white jerseys, and Ludden takes a couple of whacks and a long run for a gain of 2 or 3 yards. Curtis Ludden is trying to make things happen, but just doesn't quite have the help of his Blue Devil team. And Ludden, you can see, kind of dragging his feet a little bit, saying, "What can I do, coach? Give me the play."
Well, you do see the. Let's watch this replay. But look at the surge on the defensive line. Still, I mean, they're in the backfield,
Right.
continuously. A little holding.
Yeah, a little jersey pull there. We got away with that one. Here come the naps again. And Ludden's going to try to make a cut back. And one miss. And like you said, there's another one right behind him to make that tackle. Another one shooting in. So gain of 3 on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 7 for the Blue Devils. Straight handoff inside, and it's hammered. Trying to gain some yards was number 25. It's Nicholas Wilford. And he didn't gain much. Maybe lost a yard on the play. It's now going to be 3rd and 8. Holy name is right up front. Boy, Larry, they're doing the job inside.
They're just killing that offensive line. I mean, they're in the backfield. You'd think they were playing offense.
Yeah, seems like they know the plays. Wilborn turns a little dejected. The kid is, you know, you can tell when you're tired, your head starts to bounce back like Curtis Ludden running in, like, oh man, I got to go back out there.
Hand it to Holy Name. I mean, we know they're beat, we know they're tired, but they just keep coming. Like the that bunny there, you know,
Ever
it
ready.
just keeps coming.
The ever ready bunny rabbit or whatever his name is. You're right. Hunt season's coming. He'll be finished. Long pass. Ludden's got a man open. And is it caught? Let's see if he's out of bounds. And it is a completed pass. It's 10, 20, 30-yard completion, 35-yard completion from Ludden. And let's get who caught that ball. That might have been Sturrow, I believe, flying down the right side. Let's see if we're going to replay. Robinson moved the ball down. They run a big play. We've had big plays all night long that made the game where it is. And let's see, here's Ludden dropping back, and he releases that. A nice high spiral.
Good pass blocking.
And let's see who caught that. Number 26. 26 was a nice catch. That's Kyle Sanders. Ludden again dropping back the pass, flushed out, throwing it deep in the end zone. He's got a man in the corner. Touchdown, Blue Devils. Well, there you go, Larry. You get beat on the long ones and then win on the long ones.
2 plays, touchdown. I mean, if they can do that a couple more times, we'll be back in this ball game.
Absolutely. A great, great long pass. I believe that was caught by Jared Wilborn, number 6, or was it number 8? We'll find out on our replays, but that was a Blue Devils have finally broken, took the goose egg off the board. Ready to kick for the Blue Devils is number 14, Adrian Mescachaimas. I just messed that one up. The kick is up, and it's good. So the Blue Devils have finally broken the ice. See you, Coach. See you again. Well, here's the replay on that long pass.
Again, good pass blocking.
Ludden stepped up, let it fly. Nice catch right there.
Yeah.
That was number... Well, that was number good. That was a good catch right there. So, with 8 minutes, 35 seconds to go, Blue Devils finally score. It's 29-7. My graphic is gone, boys. Watch, I bet you they put it right up now because I said something. Watch this. There it is. Nice job. 29-7, fourth quarter. Again, we'd like to thank our sponsors. You don't have to put it up now, guys. I'm going to cut this short right now, but the sponsors for all the sponsorship that they give us. We can buy new equipment. The equipment we have here tonight is just absolutely phenomenal. We've got some new HD cameras, which you get a nice clear picture from, and this VIX or whatever they call it, it's got 8,000 buttons on it. It makes all our replays. We got a replay man right next to it, so it really makes for a good production. Here's the Blue Devils kicking off to the Naps. The ball hits down just about the 25-yard line. It's picked up by the Naps, and good coverage by the Blue Devils. We talked about the Blue Devils having trouble on special teams. Well, that was a great coverage by the Blue Devils, and the Naps will take over 1st and 10 on their own 25-yard line.
Obviously, the Blue Devils have to step up on their defense here, get them out in 3 plays, get that ball back, and get another quick score. That's good. That's going to make it interesting because there is plenty of time here. 8 minutes, not a lot of time, but there is enough time.
Doesn't take long when you can get 30 and 40 yards out of whack, as Leominster did on that last drive. You know, it's never over till it's over, like you said, Larry. So 1st and 10 for the Naps on their own 21-yard line. And a straight dive up the middle. Again, they're just grinding it forward, trying to take some time off the clock.
I like this this holy name offensive and defensive line. I mean, they just, like I said earlier, I mean, they're smaller, but look at the desire, look at the technique, and look at those legs going. I mean, they're just pushing the Blue Devils back on both sides of the ball. And that's why the score is what it is.
Exactly. They continue to drive their legs and drive those people off the ball. The last play, there's a gain of about 4 yards on the ball. We'll give them 3. Excuse me.
Is that a chicken wing in your mouth?
Sal's. I think that was part of the pizza. Oh my goodness gracious. You know, you eat one piece and then just get to the crust. You're stuffed. But these are those huge 9-pound pizzas.
Eddie, you got to tell the truth now. Don't say you had one piece.
Well, one piece of each pizza.
Okay.
We had 4 pizzas. I want to try one of those chicken wings, but I'll get it on the microphone. Here we are, 2nd and 8 for the Naps. Quick pitch to the outside. The little guy's trying to cut back, slips on the grass and takes a wallop. They're going to mark it down. It's going to be a loss on the play. Mr. Salisbury, John Salisbury doing the yard marker down there on the field, the down marker actually.
Good pursuit by the Blue Devils. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys right there.
Where was this when we needed it?
Yeah. Well, 3rd and long, they hold them here. We'll get the ball back.
Good point. Defense for the Blue Devils looking to hold them now. It's 3rd and 8 on the 24-yard line for the Naps. Send a man in motion. They're going to roll on the left side. There's it out. He's got a man down the sideline, and it's going to be thrown out of bounds and incomplete. So now it's going to be 4th and 8. So the Naps are going to have to give the ball back to the Blue Devils. And Blue Devils offense seems to have fired themselves up. Hey, and this could be an interesting one.
Yeah, I think this is the first time the defense has, well, at least 2 in a row, 3 and out.
That's correct.
And they're going to have to go with the hurry-up offense, obviously.
Because the clock has stopped right now. It's 7 minutes and 33 seconds to go. You know, we got to buy some those director's chairs so we can sit in them. My legs are killing me. Oh, the punch is no good. It's really a shank job. It came out of bounds. Blue Devils are going to come out with the ball at just about the 34-yard line. Wow.
Now, they got to capitalize on this, right?
This is big now for the Blue Devils. This kick he just shanked it. I thought it was going to get blocked. I don't believe it was blocked. But he just came off the side of his foot and just went out of bounds real short. Maybe 10 yards on the whole play. No, it was not blocked. It was just shanked.
Could have been blocked. Good pressure.
Maybe a net gain of 7, 8 yards. So the Blue Devils take over 1st and 10 on their own 34-yard line. 7:29 to go. Blue Devils offense needs to put it together real quick. Ludden up on the center, drops back to pass, staying in the passing mode. Here comes the Naps. They come flying. He let it fly. He's got a man down there. It's completed, and it's a touchdown. Here we go again.
It's exactly what they needed.
Wow. I mean, I think the Naps thought they had that interception, and the ball just went right through their hands. And let's see who they're jumping with. I didn't get the number of that. Looks like 26. Kyle Sanders, sophomore, 6'1", 170, makes a great catch. You'll see that on our replay. Better, or you guys are fired. There'll be no pizza for you guys if you missed that replay. We'll get that one after the kick. So the Blue Devils are again setting up for the single-point conversion. As the ball is up, and it looks like it's good. Oh, that boy can kick the ball. Well, the Blue Devils, here's the replay on that. I'm going to call it the miraculous reception, because I thought it was intercepted. The ball got up in the air, and it kind of floated a little bit. And right here, I thought they had it, and they thought they had it, and boy, fell into his hands and reached for that end zone, and in he goes. Nice job. Was not going to be denied when he got that ball. He knew how far he had to dive, and he was in there. The only nameplay is Larry.
That took about 10 seconds off the clock.
Yeah, we talked about that. They need to go. But, Larry, if you look on the sidelines, the whole name players are coming out limping. It looks like they're cramping up. So, again, that could be a detriment to their defense, because this is one of the bigger players, number 63, coming out. And he's been limping around, so hopefully it's just cramps. But a lot of them are limping now. And maybe that was Ryan Doherty. 6 foot, 280 pounds. Yeah, they have cramps. They're trying to bend his toes. So the Blue Devils.
Offsides.
Oh, the Blue Devils got a penalty. They're going to take that. This is a kind of a free run for this number 15. And here he comes. Nice coverage by the Blue Devils, staying in their lanes. And finally, a good job. That was a well-done coverage for the Blue Devils. Very, very nicely done. Ball's up to just about the 20-yard line, but we got an offside, I believe it's going to be on the Blue Devils. And they'll probably make them re-kick.
Yeah, they'll take that one over. With that weapon back there, give him another shot.
Yeah, that number 15 for the Blue Devils, a freshman.
That was clear. You could see it on the replay. Clear offsides.
Right.
Number 5.
Number 5 for the Blue Devils. That's Shaughnessy. Adu Shaughnessy. So they are going to take it back and move him back and have him re-kick, which would be the smart move. We do have furniture sponsors, don't we? Right, Garrity Furniture. Maybe they'd like to donate a couple of captain's chairs so that we can sit in those and look like they do on TV. And then when the camera turns on, we'll stand up.
Like the captain.
Like the captain, yes. Maybe we can get Garrity Furniture, who's one of our sponsors, to donate some nice high captain's chairs for our home games. And we'll mark them and everything else for them.
Yeah. Garapy's has good furniture.
They sure do.
Real nice.
Yeah, we're going to stop by and see them next week. See if we can get some captain's chairs.
And a good variety at that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, the Blue Devils have moved back 5 yards, and they're going to re-kick. Kicking for the Blue Devils is number 14, Adrian Mascagna. I can't say his last name, so I'm going to look it up this week before he has a contract put out and be killed.
Now, you want to be going for the ball here. Of course, you want the short tackle, but to get a fumble deep in the territory of the Naps would be ideal at this point in time.
And it's a squib kick, and it's covered well. Smart play going to the ground.
Yeah.
Guy that doesn't carry the ball back. And there we go. Here we go. A little frustration started, and the flags are flying. And yeah, somebody's going to be ejected. Number 25 looks like he's in the middle of it all. That could be Nicholas Wilford. It is. And let's see if they. I don't know if they'll eject any, but there's laundry all over the field. So they could have offsetting penalties. It's going to get a little chippy now. Officials have to be on top of it. Things get frustrating with the score.
The thing is, for the Blue Devils, they have to keep their poise, because in order to come back, they can't afford any penalties. They're only going to hurt themselves.
29-14 the score. And the officials are going to move that ball, I think, forward, so it's going to be against the Blue Devils.
Not a smart play.
15-yard, I believe that's a personal foul. I didn't get a indication from the official what they called, but I'm sure that's a unsportsmanlike conduct against the Blue Devils. So they marked it 15 yards. It's 1st and 10, and the ball's moved all the way down to the Blue Devil 48-yard line. Something the Blue Devils didn't need. And you don't want to wake up a sleeping dog either, but Now Holy Name's probably fired up again. And inside
That's
handoff.
that counter.
All right. That play's as solid as a granite counter. Yeah. I mean, that's been their bread and butter play. Watch this, a great blocking inside. They seal off everything. A great cut right there. He really watches his blockers, cuts off their hips, just like they're supposed to do. And enough for first down. Ball's moved all the way down to the Blue Devil 36-yard line, 1st and 10. 6 minutes, 38 seconds to go in the game. Blue Devils trail 29-14. Straight dive up the middle and just sidestepped a few people, rolling forward. They're trying to rip that ball out, but they got to make the tackles first. And he's going to be down for first down all the way down to the 20-yard line, 1st and 10.
Yeah, tackles first, because without the tackle, he gets a first down and it's no good.
Right, you had just talked about that. You want to try to knock the ball out, but if you don't tackle him and stop him, then pull the ball out, well, then there's an issue where, like you said, they get the first down, and what good did it do you? Right there, they tried to strip it out, and they gave another 5 or 6, 7 yards.
Yeah.
So it's 1st and 10 from the Blue Devil 20-yard line. 6 minutes to go. Again, straight dive. Holy Name's trying to just kill off the clock. Look at the scrum. He's still going forward. Boy, I'll tell you, he was stopped at the line of scrimmage and continued to make progress as he drove his legs. They're going to give him just about 7 yards, 8 yards we'll give him. So it's going to be 2nd and 2 from the Blue Devil 11-yard line.
Holy Name's about ready to put this nail in the coffin.
This would be a big one. It could be a Katie bar the door and say goodnight, Irene. Holy Nine straight up the middle. Langan on the tackle, but he still moves forward, and I believe he got enough for first down. Yes, he did. It's 1st and goal from about the 7. You watch on the replay, you'll see that big James Langan grab a hold of that. Watch him as he hits into the line. Right there, big 74 grabs it to the left of the plate, just a little bit wider.
Took him for a ride.
He did. So it's 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. Inside, right up the middle. He's running, and he's going to walk in the end zone for a touchdown. Basically, he got touched once and walked in the end zone. Number 30 for the Billy DeRocha for the Holy Name Naps.
That was easy.
I think that's his 3rd touchdown tonight.
That looked easy.
Yes, it did. And you watch the replay, it looks even easier. And you'll see he just cuts back. And, well, I'll tell you, he's got some great blockers out front because they just kept the Blue Devils moving in the opposite direction. And now he just cut back against the grain and literally walked in the end zone. 4 minutes, 57 seconds to go, 35-14. Blue Devils trail here at Doyle Field. Knapp setting up for a single-point conversion, and we have a timeout. So while we have this timeout, which is my key to the production manager to put up our sponsors, watch how quick he comes up with this. 1, 2, 3, go. Nice job. Leominster Access Television and the entire Action Sports production team would like to thank you and thank our LATV Action sponsors, The Learning Curve, the Carroll's Insurance Agency, MP Crowley Company Incorporated, Garrity Furniture. Hey, Garrity Furniture, some nice captain's chairs would be really nice. The Il Camino Restaurant. Oops, I'm sorry. That was a quick timeout, but I'll finish it anyways. And the point was no good. Classics, Ken's Classics Cab, the Academy for Little People, Sal's Pizza, and Ferguson Landscaping Incorporated. We would also like to thank Pat LaPointe and the Leominster DPW, Joe Poria, the City Electrical Inspector, and the Doyle Field Foundation for their help in allowing LATV to complete the video and audio connections to all the press boxes and camera locations at the field. So thank everybody that we mentioned, and if you can visit our sponsors, get up there because we appreciate them, and we'd like to see you go up there. And I'm sure everybody goes to Sal's Pizzas and the El Camino and uses Ken's Taxis and Academy for Little People. I'm too big, but they have little people there. Larry's not touching this one. For some reason or other, he's not going there. We had talked about that. You know, sometimes we get a sponsor, and we like to kid a little bit with them. And But for some reason or other, I won't touch the little people thing. Oh, that's okay. But
well, we can get one quick one back here.
what, little people?
Run it back for a touchdown.
They're in the circus. Well, the Blue Devils are ready to receive the kick. They don't look too enthusiastic about it in the back. Their arms hanging down, but there's the left-footed kicker. Takes it all the way down. Taking just about the 15-yard line, heading up the right side. Ow! And we got a flag, and I thought he was down, but I guess he wasn't down. Now he's down. They almost tore him in half, but he's down. We do have a flag on the play. Let's see what the flag is. Watch this run, boy. I'll tell you, he really got punished when he finally got tackled.
That's a good team.
They do cover well, and they do hit. There's no doubt about it. They got holding against the Blue Devils, I believe it is. Yeah, I think that was the indicator. Watch this. No, he didn't go down. Okay, his knee didn't touch. His hands touched. That's fine. But watch this poor hit right here. This one, he's going to get smashed. Oh.
Nice.
Boy, oh boy.
Nice aggressive tackling. That's the way it's done.
We talk about, you know, when you say you go down, you say, now tear his head off. Well, he almost did. Boy. Good thing their kids are in shape and there's some good equipment out here. So they're going to mark it off against the Blue Devils. It is holding against the Blue Devils. They're going to bring it back to the 10-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils on their own 10-yard line.
Well, with less than 5 minutes, we can get a couple touchdowns.
The way
make it closer.
The way they've been scoring them, Larry, you're right. I mean, 2 plays and they score, they go down the field. So let's see if the Blue Devils can keep up that offensive drive. Curtis Ludden up under center. Going to throw the ball in the flats and just got hammered. I mean, he had to get rid of it quicker than he wanted to, and the ends hadn't really made their cuts yet. And Ludden was smashed to the ground by 2 of the Holy Name Naps. Well, they come into play tonight, didn't they?
They sure did.
Wow.
Where I thought, you know, it wasn't going to be anything like this after they beat Leominster last year. But they're for real, no doubt.
That's me. Sorry. Cheap equipment. 2nd and 10 for the Blue Devils. They're coming to the right side. Running for the Blue Devils is Malik Daniels. We're going to give him probably 7 on the play. It's going to be 3rd and 3. Ball's just across the 15-yard line. There's Malik cutting up back to the right side. Nice tackle by the Naps. 2 guys always around the ball carrier tackling. Larry, how are your legs?
Not bad.
You might have killed me. We had those captain's chairs. It'd be perfect.
Yeah, that would be nice.
I have to call Garapi Furniture tomorrow and see if they want to sponsor us.
You know, that's a golden nugget in this city, isn't it?
Absolutely. Daniels is run the right side again, and he's shy of the first down. It's going to be 4th and about a strong 2 yards. Well, Larry, what do you do here? You're 4th and 2, 3 minutes, 28 seconds. You're down 35-14. You punt, or do you quarterback sneak?
I don't think we're going to see a punt.
Some great camera work by our cameraman here tonight, Sean, on our replay camera, and Mark Lavasser on the game camera. Of course, our production assistant manager, is Ben. Ben, and of course, our production manager, whatever he is, the best, Andre Korskeny. He does a nice job. And they're looking to go up the middle. Let's see where the mark is. I don't think he got it. The official didn't seem to work his way in by the flag much. Let's see where they placed the ball. If they didn't get it, it could be all over.
Well, I don't see Holy Name scoring again. Coach Puckle will run out the clock, I'm sure. But it's just not a good way to end the game.
Well, we have a timeout. They're going to measure this one. This is the first time that we've measured it, so let's see what they come up with. And you're probably right, Larry. You know, Coach Puckle will probably just run a couple of plays up the middle and take a knee. He's got He's got to kill off 2 minutes and 54 seconds. So, well, I'll tell you what, the Holy Name guys in front of us. Let's see, man, they're short by about 2 feet. Wow. The Holy Name guys are sitting on the sidelines and they're smashing each other, and they're beat up, but they're happy.
Oh, there's nothing like being in a football game where you're tired and beat and you feel like you can't move and you're victorious, right? And that's I mean, they've put up a heck of a battle. True
warriors.
demonstration of warriors. That's what I was going to say. Absolutely.
True warriors come out here tonight. You know, they came in, and I thought they came in as big underdogs tonight, and I was on the field, and the numbers are very small. They have some big kids, but the will was there tonight. They really took it to the Blue Devils. So the Holy Name Naps take over 1st and 10 on the Blue Devil 18-yard line. 2 minutes, 28 seconds to go. And it's a quick pitch to the right side. The freshman again running. The freshman, he's break to the outside. One man, he's down and slammed to the ground just about the 12-yard line. Taken down by Curtis Ludden, who's been trying to do everything for the Blue Devils tonight. And it just doesn't seem to be able to
If this guy's a freshman, he's going to be haunting people for the next 3 years.
You know, it's like the little Mercury Morris type of guys. And, you know, those guys that small but very, very quick. He went to the Academy for the Little People. That's right. That's why. And, you know, he probably did. That's why he's so good. And that's one of our sponsors, Academy for Little People. And see what you can be. A great football player. So go to the Academy. 2nd down for the Naps. Running straight up, just off tackle to the left side. It looks like they got enough for 1st down. It is. It's going to be down around the 7-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal from the 7. 1 minute.
I mean, they're just making mincemeat of this defense.
You're exactly right. I mean, they're kicking people out all over the place. He follows his blockers well inside, and Blue Devils try to. They can't stop the scrum. The scrum goes and pushes the whole pile forward another 4 yards. Clock running. 1 minute 21 seconds to go. 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. Holy Name knocking on the door again. Here's 48 running off the left side tackle. Breaks to the outside. He may cut inside and going to be close. Touchdown. Ouch. Ouch.
That's a spanking.
That's what they call an old-fashioned spanking. You're absolutely right. Oh, my goodness gracious. I mean, here's 48. This kid, great blocking. Just breaks off the outside, and they made one last-ditch effort to get him, and he just rolled into the end zone for 6 points. 41-14. Hey, those are numbers reversed. I'm going to play that number, 1414. Nah. Oh, here goes the bucket on the coach. Oh, they got him. Oh, they got him with a whole bucket. And is he wet? Oh, my goodness. Boy, oh, boy, you're going to run some laps for that one. Wow, the coach is absolutely soaked. They got him with the whole bucket. Beautiful job. And that's going. It's another single point. Kick is down. Oh, the snap is down. It's up. And it's good. It's like second nature. So 1 minute, 3 seconds, 42-14. Holy Name taking it to the Blue Devils here at Doyle Field.
We've said it half a dozen times. I'll say it again. I mean, Holy Name is just executing. They're running on all cylinders. They have strong blocking. They're showing power, strength, speed, intelligence, consistency. I mean, it's all there.
Wow, and you hit it right on the head, Larry. You're absolutely right. There's not another adjective or expletive for what they've done here tonight, and they've just had it all running correct.
All I can say is it's a good thing we had some Sal's Pizza, or I might be gone. I'm just kidding.
You know, yeah, that was. You're probably right, Larry. You know, if I didn't eat so much I couldn't fit out the door, I might have been. No,
because, you know, no one likes to get beat this by a score like this.
No. Absolutely right.
And let's face it, we're from Leominster. We're on the short end of the stick here.
Yeah, we don't like to, we don't like to see the Leominster teams. Come on, right up the middle. Here we go. One more man to beat. Running over people. Slammed to the ground. Nice job by number 40. Now, there's a new guy running for the Blue Devils. That was Brandon Hendrick, sophomore, 5'9", 170, and he put everything into it. Took a slam down, but a little too late. Watch this replay. This kid's running like his feet are on fire.
Yeah.
Right here. Watch him get slammed down. Boom. Right there. Felt like John Madden just then. So the Blue Devils take over 1st and 10. I'm sure we'll see some different numbers in there. Quarterbacking for the Blue Devils is still Ludden. See if we can get you some of the numbers. Oh, sorry, it's not Ludden. It's number 9. That's Kyle Ford, who's quarterbacking for the Blue Devils. Also in there, number 63. That's Zachary Valente. Number 48, Justin Bailey. And number 40 is Brandon Henrik. I said him already. Number 4 is Carl Daniel. Running back, number 40 again, Henrik.
Yeah, I'm surprised St. John's didn't get this freshman for Holy Name.
Oh, the number 15?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They might have him next year.
Well, you know, I was talking to Coach Finneran from Holy Name before the game, and I asked him, I said, he said, our numbers are down, the school's down. He said the tuition's $6,800 a year for a high school. That's a lot of money, but I guess that's going to do it. Holy Name has run the clock out, and Blue Devils are trying to get something done, but, you know, Larry, it was just a Holy Name night.
Yes.
Like I said, everything went their way. They had things running on every cylinder. They just they blocked well. They ran well. Just one of those nights for the Blue Devils that had nothing.
Well, for me, that's what I've seen 2 weeks in a row. The Blue Devils made mistakes. The penalties weren't as bad this week, but they just last week I saw the same thing. Of course, they didn't play a team as good as Holy Name, but they just didn't seem, obviously, they're not ready to play. And don't take it away from Holy Name. I mean, they're a great team. They proved that. But the Devils just should not be beat by a score of 41-14.
No, not at home on their home turf. I mean, like I said, the Blue Devils have a pride thing, and it seems like they just can't get their offense together, and the defense just doesn't seem to be clicking yet. And, you know, you can't go down too many games before you start writing off the season. But it's awful young season. The Blue Devils have, you know, can come back, and they're capable of winning a lot of games from here on in. So they'll take this game, hopefully see what the problems were on tape and look them over and try to work that way. I know that they missed the big guy inside today, DeMar. He was a big plus for the Blue Devils inside, and I heard he hurt his knee, and he may not be playing the rest of the year. But it's just too bad that the Blue Devils had to take a beating as they did tonight, and on all aspects of the game, they were just beat up.
Who we got next week?
Where are we next week? I'm not sure. I don't have it with me. We will not be there? Well, North Middlesex, at North Middlesex.
That'll be another tough game.
LATV, we're not going to travel up there because of the size of the press box, and we just can't have the equipment out in case it rains. So we will not be there, but we will be back after that. I believe we have 3 home games in a row. So for myself, my partner, Larry Bizzotto, and our production team, Andre Koroskeni, our director, his assistant producer, Ben, Sean on our replay camera, and, of course, Mark Lavasa as our game cameraman. We thank you for watching LATV, and we'd like to thank our sponsors one more time, The Learning Curve, the Carroll's Insurance Agency, MP Crowley Company, the Il Camino Restaurant, Ken's Classic Cab, the Academy for Little People, Sal's Pizza, and Ferguson Landscaping. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast, and good night.
Wow, those are some fantastic memories preserved in the archive of Leominster TV. Whether celebrating the thrill of victory or capturing the agony of defeat, All of us at Leominster TV have endeavored to embody this recent quote from NBC broadcasting legend Bob Costas, who said in his 2018 induction speech at the National Baseball Hall of Fame, quote, "While the game is the thing and the players are the stars, how those games are perceived and remembered is often shaped by those who chronicle them." That quote from Bob Costas sums up our mission over the last 19 years and will continue to chart our course long into the future. The awesome responsibility of chronicling Leominster athletics is a tremendous honor that all of us at Leominster TV are proud to be a part of. Thank you so much for joining us on this celebration, 20 games for 20 years. I'm Todd Robbins. On behalf of my producer, Kate Robbins, archivist Jack Selly, editor Bradley Bedard, and all of us in the Leominster TV family, until next time, so long, everybody.
Black coffee, I'm in trouble. Black coffee, I see trouble. Man, 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 I'm not gonna get home. Black coffee, I'm so dizzy. Black coffee, please get busy. Oh, 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 nothing to get home. Black coffee, I'm in trouble. I'm so dizzy. Please get busy. Man, 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 I'm not gonna get home.